excited. I'm just stoked that we're here. Guys, welcome to another Intel Mod Monday. We promise this one will be awesome. I'm super excited about this. We are working with a really great partner and awesome streamer as well, right? So very, very excited. Guys, this is gonna be one of those few like world exclusive streams. It's like, I kind of feel like we're the Game Awards right now, and like I'm Jeff Knightley, and like we're gonna be like world exclusive. Unfortunately, we don't have a trailer, but we're gonna be showing off some brand new hardware and hanging out with a very, very cool individual, which we'll be bringing off in just a little bit. But before we do that, I have an incredible individual sitting next to me. Or standing. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, she's just going to sit down. Yeah, we're going to be standing next to me. Why don't you introduce, because not everybody here knows you.
Yeah, world exclusive, that's right.
World exclusive.
Yeah, so if you're from my chat, obviously you know me. But my name is Dish. I'm a Genshin streamer / variety streamer. Very excited to be here working on a new, this will be my first time building a PC.
Yep.
So I've watched people build. I understand the basics of PC building, but like this will be my first time actually doing it.
This is your first time actually building. Now,
I'm ready to learn.
Is your tech guy going to be okay with you building?
Yeah.
It was just we were watching this whole thing at the beginning, so we have these opening interviews, and at the start of it, where like we were talking about, he's like, yeah, so my tech guy says I have to be on a need-to-know basis when it comes to this, and I was like, oh, is he going to be okay with, or he or she going to be okay with you actually building? But this will be your first PC.
Yeah, my first, my PC that I'm building.
Now, do you know what specs you have in your current rig?
Yeah, to some degree. I have a 2060.
Okay. So this is a big jump.
This is a big jump. I haven't really modded my PC at all since I started.
And so, you said it was the first PC it's the PC you started with.
Yeah, for the most part.
So it's got nostalgia, right?
Yeah. It's the same case that I used when I first started streaming. I have a lot of sentimental value because my early viewers helped me fund building that PC and really getting my own setup.
That's pretty cool.
But that being said,
You're ready for this one.
New.
So don't worry, guys. We'll actually be doing a separate stream afterwards where we completely destroy it and watch your. I'm just kidding. No, we're not going to do anything like that.
Out with the old.
Out with the old, in with the new. Now we're going to walk through the specs for the PC, and then I'm going to bring on a special guest during this little segment. So when we come back from the spec sheet, you'll actually have a surprise individual here. But let's talk about the PC we're actually building today. And this is a beast. We're talking Death Star level PC. So let's go and bring up that spec sheet right now. We're starting, of course, with the CPU, currently the king. I'm so excited about this because you're going to be in the middle.
In the middle.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, people have probably seen you. A lot of the Team EVGA streamers have seen you, but there's a lot of people probably on my channel who have no idea, A, how tall you are, which is not fair, but B, just how awesome you are. And then here you are, you get to make your Mod Monday. Depends on who you ask. I think most people would say, very excited, but we have some really great products. And actually, if you want to come up a little bit closer here, Jacob, there we go. We have some really great products from EVGA because when I was talking about this is like a Death Star level PC, and you kind of gave the best components for this. So let's start with the motherboard, which is way over here. They made it as far away as they possibly could. But let's talk about this because two things on here. A, Z690 Dark, you guys have the classified and you have the dark, but this also has Kingpin. So let's talk about this motherboard and why it's so special.
Yeah, so this is the Z690 Dark Kingpin edition. So this is our flagship motherboard for the Intel processors. So this was designed in conjunction with Vince Kingpin Lucido. So if you guys don't know who Vince Lucido is, he is a lifetime overclocker.
Yeah.
He eats, sleeps, and breathes overclocking. That's all he does. Plenty of world records he has accomplished over many. I've been working with the guy for 15 years, no joke, and he's been doing this for at least as long as that.
And that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand is even though it has Kingpin on it, that's because it was designed in conjunction with him. There are things that he specifically gave feedback. It's in order for me to get the most out of the K or whatever, right? These are the things I need in here, right?
Yeah.
So,
and there's a lot of people don't realize how much design work goes into overclocking because there's no, when you're talking about overclocking, there's no manual on how to make an overclocking motherboard.
Right.
A lot of it is your experience. And there's pretty much nobody that I can think of that has as much experience as he does with overclocking. And there's things like the PCB layout, which play a big role. Obviously, the BIOS is a huge part of that as well. So a lot of little things here and there to make it such a great performing overclocking motherboard.
And this is the thing, Dish, is like you, with all of the stuff that you get in there, like if you ever decide that you're going to start a whole TechTube channel too and sit there and get hardcore overclocking, like they gave you pretty much the best stuff to go do this. Now, the one thing that I also like about this is there's a feature on here, the Robo Overclock, which is for people who may want to just get the most out of their CPU without necessarily having to know everything that like Kingpin knows, right?
Yeah, so there's two pretty cool features in the BIOS which are new for EVGA motherboards. One is the Robot OC. So Robot OC, it runs in the BIOS, and it's basically like auto overclocking your motherboard.
Yep.
And the other one that it has is a built-in BIOS stress test. So with that one, you can actually set your own overclock, and then you can stress test it from within the BIOS. So you don't even need to have an operating system installed if you don't want. You can stress test your overclock from right within the BIOS. So that's pretty cool as well.
And if for those of you who don't know, like one of the worst things about it is like sometimes the thing that's nice about having something like that from a stress test on a BIOS is that like blue screens can be very, like you may actually have other issues that may be red herrings versus when you do it in the BIOS, right? Like you know that if you're having issues, it's directly connected with your overclock.
Well, me like personally, like when it comes to overclocking, I'm kind of like a purist, I would say, which is like I want to find like my overclock before I install Windows because I don't want to do all my overclocking and then all these blue screens and stuff, and then your Windows is corrupt or whatever, and then and then use it. I want to find all my overclocks before I install the operating system. So that's one of the cool things that you can do with this one.
So absolutely amazing motherboard and super, like I said, Dish, like pretty much like the best of the best when you talk about these. These boards are crazy expensive, and then the other thing too is that they just have a lot of functionality. And one of the things I really enjoy about giving, like with a new builder, is just giving you the flexibility to do what you want with the build.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. In the past, it's usually like, working within a budget, you have to choose, do you want high graphics, do you want like amazing visuals, or do you want speed? So I feel like I don't know what my future holds, so having a PC that can like grow with me, whatever happens in the next couple years, like that's exciting.
Well, I think that the other thing too is like also if you have the tool, right? A lot of times it's like well, I'd love to learn how to do that, but getting into this is really like it's got a high. Like, but this one, like you could literally be like, well, I might go play some other game that you don't like. Right now, you're playing Genshin. It could be something else later on. You're like, oh, I really do need to push this, and then you have the tools to basically do that, which is really cool. So
no limits.
I can also say like the best thing about it is like just for those who don't know, like I saw Dish and EVGA talk, like Jacob talking, who represents EVGA, but like that's the thing that I like about EVGA is they also just step alongside creators. So should you have like Jacob is more than likely absolutely down to help you like figure out. It's like, oh, I'm doing this or whatever it was, and then they'll basically help you figure it out. Lifetime tech support, guaranteed.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Personal tech
When you're ready to overclock, let me know.
Yeah, when you're ready to overclock, he's actually gonna fly Kingpin to your house, and then you'll overclock. You just have to have LN2, which is liquid nitrogen on hand. That's the only important part.
I have it in my freezer. I use it in recipes.
I use it in recipes.
Negative 240 degrees.
Yeah, it's really
my
good.
food's really frozen.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a brick. Okay, this right here though, guys. This is the exciting thing. This is in this nondescript box, and I know probably my Robeytech crew is actually getting really excited about this. This nondescript box is something that this is making this is like making its worldwide debut. Worldwide debut right here. What do we got, Jacob?
So this is.
I want to let go of the box, but I'm having a hard time because I know what's in here.
Yes, this is so new. We don't even have a box.
We don't even have a box for it yet.
This is actually a next generation CPU cooler from EVGA. It's called the CLX series. So CLX, we are going to have a 240, 280, and 360 millimeter. This is the 360 version, and we teased it kind of, sort of, with another PC that we're working on. But this is the first time that we've actually been able to get our hands on with it and really check it out in your build. So pretty exciting.
So let's do.
Secretive.
We're going to do an unboxing. So we're going to have Jacob go ahead and open it. The thing that's so different, and I'm really excited about this, is that I mean, when you talk about, and we're going to talk about comparative coolers, not because, but the Z73 from NZXT or the H150 LCD from Corsair, right? And this is like without the craziness, like it's just about simple cooling performance, but all of the right information on the screen.
Yeah.
And but with all of the software support that makes it easy.
Right.
That's what that's me selling it when going from there. But let's go and unbox it, Jacob. Let's take a look. This is exciting. Get excited. I know a lot of people are like, what the heck is he talking about?
So
this is exciting.
Looks like a prototype.
Yeah.
This is still early. So this is going to be launching in probably April or May timeframe. And so first, this is the next generation cooler. So we teamed up with Asetek. It's a Gen 7 Asetek cooler. Of course, supports all the latest Intel processors. So here is the screen. So this actually comes in a two-piece. So you have
look at that.
You have your cooler here. And then this is the LCD screen. It looks a lot more exciting when it's plugged in.
Well, no, actually, but the thing is like usually when you've seen that, like when you look at some of the other ones, like they're massive. This is small and
that
thin.
is small.
Yeah, so this plugs right on top of the CLX cooler.
And we got a USB connector right there, right?
Yep,
so like nice and easy in terms of plugging it in.
Right. So this you can use. Look at that. I'm amazed that we were able to do that. You can actually use the software to configure or change the item that you have on the screen here. So you can put your own custom logo or GIF, or you call it GIF or GIF?
It
GIF
starts with a G.
supremacy.
All right.
GIF
Starts with a G. Thank you for starting that. Like people are going to start fighting right here.
Me and my chat have
And we're
had
now
so many
canceled.
arguments about this pronunciation.
And we're canceled. This is, by the way, this is the only one in the United States.
Yes.
This is the
hot off
only
the
one
press.
on the United States. This showed up today. Look, see, there it is. Oh my gosh.
I have a
Everybody's
good
like,
argument.
Jif
which we
is a
could talk
peanut
about,
butter.
I'm
but-
sorry for starting that. These are also LED fans as well.
Wow, okay.
So this comes with the cooler as well. Like I said, 240, 280, 360. And yeah, I'm really excited to see it.
We're going to see it on, like
See
this
it
has
in
never been
action.
plugged in. We're actually going to connect it for the first time in Dish's PC. And the other thing too is, Dish, if you, the thing that you need to know is each color represents. So if you make it red, it's faster. Blue makes it cooler.
Of course.
Because RGB, obviously, colors obviously make things better.
Yes, that's essential
It's
for
more frames.
fine-tuning your PC.
Exactly. So that is
Matters.
absolutely true. And then so this was part of a larger product that you guys actually showed off a little bit earlier as well, right? That pre-built, high-end, ridiculous, like...
Yeah, so this is part of a big system that we are working on, but we'll have more details on that one as well. But this will be available separately as well. Like I said, 240, 280, 360 millimeter version. This is the 360.
Yes.
So this is the big boy here.
This
Do
is
we
the
have
big
a
boy.
time frame on this, or is it kind of?
Jacob's like in the future.
I see people asking.
Yeah, availability will be either April or May timeframe.
Okay, so there you go. So
Oh,
April, May
that's very
timeframe, but
soon.
you guys get to see it here today in March. The first ever U.S. debut, worldwide debut. We're actually going to get to build it in with Dish. Dish is going to do most of the installation, and then we're going to turn it on, and you guys are going to get to see the whole thing. It's going to be really rad. Now, I do see a lot of people on Dish's channel who's like, hey, I wish I knew what he was talking about, or I don't
Yeah.
understand. Guys, we can see chat. We're going to answer those questions. So if you guys have questions, we'd love to just answer those for you. We're going to be there. And then Jacob may show up a little bit later on and pop in here and there. If you're over also as well, if you're over at the Team EVGA guys, super glad to have you guys joining us on Twitch as well, and just getting to be a part of this, because I know a lot of you are excited. And again, huge shout out, obviously, both for myself and Dish, to EVGA for just being such a great partner with so many like streamers and those of us who are just kind of up and going. So thank you, Jacob, for all the stuff that you guys do.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Okay, awesome. Well, we're going to let Jacob go because I think Dish is ready to build a PC.
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready to learn.
Oh,
Yes.
he just left a mess here, so we're going to go ahead and just put this all back here real quick and go from there. And then we'll start putting the motherboard and all that stuff together.
I don't want to hurt it.
Oh, you don't want to hurt it. I don't want to ruin the only one
The
that
only
exists.
existing.
Like it's like, hey, do you guys remember when we had that one
No one will have
It's
it.
now gone. It's broken. Robey
Only
broke
me.
it. That would be the worst. Like, talk about the worst Linus moment ever. You broke the only one in America, Robey. That would be brutal. And then Jacob would not be my friend. Okay, so let's
Sorry.
get this out of the side. Okay, so we always start with the motherboard. But before we get started, this is your first end-to-end build.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yes, I am.
You're excited,
A little
right?
nervous. Yeah, I just have to be careful.
So what are you nervous about? What do you think? What makes you the most nervous?
Well, fear of the unknown is probably my biggest.
That's
like,
fair. Well, then we'll get to that. We'll explore that together. Okay, so first thing we need is this.
Okay, motherboard.
Motherboard, and I'm gonna let you unbox it because this is a baller Mobo, by the way.
Unboxing. What?
Yeah, look at it. Look at this. You're like all these
Should I do
different.
an ASMR unboxing?
What does that even mean? I mean, oh, there you go. Oh, I like it.
Make sure you can hear the sounds. Okay, I'll put on this. Put it here.
There we go. Now this thing has a ton of extras, which is crazy. And then you're gonna be kind of. I hope you're blown away by the board. This board is like.
I mean, it looks
so ridiculous.
Wow, it's actually it's beautiful.
It's also hefty.
Yeah. Oh my god, get it out. Oh my gosh, this
I
thing
know.
is heavy. Okay. Whoa.
I'm letting you experience all this. So like I
Yeah.
got to build my first using my first dartboard just the other day, and we have this ridiculous machine that we just got finished building with them using their Kingpin, their Kingpin 3090, which actually is a 360 AIO on the GPU.
I know
which
what
is
that
actually
means.
pretty crazy. It's so like you know how we were looking at this cooler that you had right here. It's got one on the GPU, so it's like liquid cooled.
Oh,
so
wow.
it was actually pretty crazy. Look at this board, guys.
Wow.
Oh.
And that's
Now,
like with all the wrapping and
yeah,
stuff too.
this is the ASMR part. You get to
Okay,
feel it.
okay, ready?
Yeah, you ready, guys? Ready?
Ready for the? Let me get my mic like real close.
By the way, the next 2 hours of the stream is just going to be peeling everything off of this motherboard. Okay, maybe not. No, she's not enjoying this at all. She's just going at it.
I'm having a great time. What do you mean?
It sounds so good.
Wow, that's nice. This whole thing is covered in plastic.
Look at that.
Are there some people who leave the plastic on
No, that would be a
stuff?
terrible idea. That's just because it just
Sounds
gets so hot and it
dangerous.
just melts.
I know
then you
some
just-
people leave their plastic like on their phones and stuff.
Really?
I don't really understand that.
Those people are monsters.
Yeah, why are you holding back the true beauty of the product?
I mean,
see it.
it'd be one thing if like you put like if you put it like if you left it on like maybe the back.
Is this peelable?
Yeah,
Am
it
I
does
missing
peel. Yeah, it does
something?
peel. I'm just going to watch. I'm enjoying watching her like get this whole thing. Plus, everybody says plus 10 to ASMR. By the way,
Oh,
so like
thank
you've
you.
leveled up in
Oh,
ASMR.
yes. I said I'd never do ASMR, but maybe
Maybe you already have.
I'm
Like
having
now
a change of heart.
you're having a change of heart with this peeling, aren't you?
I can't get this last piece off.
You're gonna have to do it because I basically I have no nails.
I can do this.
Yes.
Just have to get a little.
Guys, by the way, this is now going to be the next 3 hours.
Hope you enjoy.
Actually, the rest of the build's only like 10 minutes. It's like really stuck on there.
It's but that means it's all gonna be.
Oh, I can hear it.
Tore.
I hear it. No. Oh, it tore?
Like tore in half here. I think this will.
I
still
have
work.
done this peel, so I do know it works. Oh, there it goes.
Wow.
Dark.
Look at that.
Oh, now you got the kingpin left.
Oh no, it wasn't all one piece.
Are we having fun yet?
I am having fun, yeah.
No, this is not pre-recorded, guys. We can actually see chat. We are actually.
Yeah, I see you guys.
Yeah, this is all live, not pre-recorded. We will
Hi.
interact with you. Now, the other thing too is I do want to let you guys know is over the course of the stream we do have giveaways. We have things that we are giving away. We'll talk about those a little bit later. We'll start to drop codes that you'll put into a Gleam giveaway. Yeah, and then I think that's
It's like a tiny little piece of plastic that didn't
You
make
want
it
here?
out.
Let's
like I
get-
need tweezers for
Here
it,
you go.
though.
Guess what? Well, we've got the lucky iFixit.
Ooh.
The iFixit kit here.
Oh, perfect.
And there we go.
Scalpel.
Scalpel.
Is that not a scalpel?
There you go, right there. Okay, first code, by the way, guys, is up. You're gonna start seeing the Gleam. The first code is Dish. Have you ever been a code before?
Yes,
Oh,
I
well,
do.
that's now.
I feel like I shouldn't plug my codes, but
No, I meant a code for. This is the code for the giveaway. Have you ever been a code for a giveaway?
Oh, For a giveaway?
Yeah, you
no,
are.
I don't think so.
So there you are. So Dish, congratulations. First code is Dish. We're giving away 2 12th Gen Core i7 CPUs, 2 12th Gen Core i5 CPUs, and then 5 V1 Tech plexiglass wall arts. By the way, those
Dish.
wall arts are super cool. I hope we can show some of those off later on if you've seen them.
Cool.
They're pretty cool. They have a really cool artist who does all that stuff. Okay, you want to hand me the tweezers?
Yes.
Okay, let's get all the garbage
Am I
out of the way.
supposed to get this off as well?
Oh yes, you can. That just peels off. That's to protect the I/O shield.
Ooh.
Look at that. You're doing so good with the peels.
This is my sweet spot right here.
Oh, except for you when you tear
Except
it.
when I mess it up.
Yeah. Now we like jinxed it.
This way, pride comes before the fall.
Exactly. I've actually never seen anybody actually tear the I/O shield peel. So that's like a new thing.
New
like
record.
First ever. Okay, you want to hand me all the little plastic bits? We'll go there, and then you can show off the CPU, the motherboard there.
Tidiness is probably like a big part of. Oh my
In
gosh,
this
there's
case,
more.
In this case, yes. I mean, like it's such a ridiculous board, and it looks
This is beautiful.
so good.
It really is.
Yeah.
What are some like basic best practices of PC building?
Well, I mean, some of the easiest ones are. Oh, there's even. Oh, the whole back peels.
Hold on.
Okay, guys, we're not even going to talk about that anymore because we just realized the world's largest peel is about to happen.
Ready?
Yep, I'm ready. Look at this. Whoa. It was just like skin on a sunburn.
What? Ew! Oh my god! Don't remind me of those days. All right.
That was actually a magnificent peel. I would say that was like a 10 out of 10. That was a 10 out of 10 peel right there.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're actually, when you talk about some of the best practices, we're kind of working on them right now. We're working on a floor that's not going to be a lot of static stuff, so not building on a carpet. You have a nice, clean, open surface. All in all, like for the most part, it's like it takes a lot to actually break these things unless you're just like, you never want to be too forceful with anything that we're going to do today. It all kind of goes together pretty easily. Okay, so let's go ahead and...
Someone's asking how do the codes work?
Okay, so the way the codes work, guys, is there's a Gleam, and in every single one of the chats, you have people who are dropping the Gleam link. What you're going to do is you're going to take those codes and you're going to put them into the Gleam. You don't put them in chat. You don't do anything like that. Everything, and every time you enter a code, it gets you additional entries towards winning one of those really great prizes.
Okay, so it's not a win code, it's an entry code.
It's an entry code, yeah. And then the winners will be announced at a later time. You will have somebody will reach out to you from Intel. Okay, so now it's time for you to put the CPU in. So I'll let you get to...
Sticker.
Oh no, don't take that one off.
Oh.
That's not a sticker to take off.
Okay.
So I'm glad we did not do that. I would
the
just,
sticker.
because then it's like, well, you remember when you had a PC that worked? It doesn't work anymore.
Wait, is it really that big of a deal?
You wouldn't have ruined it. Okay, so here you go. The pink razor blade.
Ooh.
And then you're going to cut right here along the bottom there.
Okay. Should have brought my
There
pocket
you go.
knife.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's hard to travel with them though, unless you check it.
Oh.
Wow, you're just going at it.
I just opened it.
Okay, so this is a wafer. For those who don't know, this is when you get CPUs. This is what it looks like when you have a CPU. They're all on a wafer.
waffle.
So it looks like a waffle. It's called a wafer. It's just because somebody has a lisp, maybe. No, but the thing is that this is like, so each one of these is a CPU chip, and then you can go ahead and twist that open, and then inside of it will actually be the CPU.
Wait, twist it?
Yeah, twist.
Oh.
There you go. Now, one time we opened one of these on the show, and there was no CPU in it. And it was like, I was like, wah, wah, but this one, there is a CPU, so that's a good sign. Okay, so we can go ahead and remove that. Just comes out in the
pull out the
middle.
plastic,
just
right?
pull the plastic out, and then let's get this out of the way.
This is such a nice presentation.
I know, isn't it cool?
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing is, like, Intel really kind of has the best. Don't open that quite yet. So we're going to open your socket and stuff first.
Okay.
By the way, 10 out of 10 for how just willing you are to jump in. Like, mad respect already.
Thank you.
I'm totally digging it. Okay, so one thing that is different about this CPU versus, this particular layout versus any other one is usually the CPU socket is rotated the other way and the RAM is over here. So the actual whole layout for this board is actually unique comparatively to most boards like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to push this down and move it out.
This right here?
Yep. And it kind of pops down and then it'll come out. Yep.
Okay.
And then you're just going to open that. Yep. And then you should be able to open this up just very carefully. Yep. And then those are all the pins for the CPU. Yeah, this is the
This is the scary part.
Yep. And what you're going to do is we're going to open this up. and you're going to grab it from the sides, and you're going to set it in just like that.
Okay.
And just be kind of gentle, and then just kind of set it in nicely. Nice concentration. Boom. That is it. And then you just you can wiggle it just to make sure it's in. But you're good from there. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to close that.
I definitely thought there was a chance I was going to drop
Okay,
it. So,
now
but I
you're going to
didn't.
push this down, and this, go over here like this, because it's going to, here, put your, here, let's do this. Because the main reason is this will pop, and it's always fun to watch it pop.
Oh.
So push it down.
Oh!
That's always fun!
Oh, that's so we
Releases
do
the power.
lose the sticker. Okay,
And then
nice.
you're just going to put that down and put it back in, and it's going to be kind of strong. Yep. Don't be afraid. Boom.
Wow.
You have just installed a CPU.
Thank you.
You did it.
We did it.
We did it. Okay, so step 1 is done. Now on to step 2, the RAM. Now this is a critical part of any build, because the clicks, how loud it sounds when you put them in, just determines how good the PC is going to be.
Right.
It's important.
Click
Clicks are like
value.
RGB. Click value is just as critical.
What type of switches do you use in a keyboard?
So I use Holy Pandas. So I use yeah. So I like,
okay.
but
Nice.
one of our camera guys has like the most ridiculous switches I've ever. I don't know what
Are they
they're
like
actually
the
are.
double click ones?
Oh.
Those browns?
Kale box dark yellow.
Kale box dark yellow. So they're
I've heard of that.
crazy. And they feel so good, so I'm going to build a new keyboard with that. And now I've also started building with the what are the other ones? They're linear. So I'm doing a linear one too. Okay, so you're going to take those out. Big clicks. Okay, so question for you.
Yep.
Let's talk about the world in which you got into streaming. Because I mean, like, you weren't a streamer before.
No. So I started making content on TikTok way back, like late 2019, I think.
Okay.
And then at the start of the pandemic, I decided to give it a try. The new Animal Crossing game had just come out, which I loved as a kid, so I started. My husband had a streaming PC, so I asked him to borrow it, and just kind of developed from there. It was a very interesting time to start streaming.
Right.
Because global pandemic is very scary. Nobody really knew what was going on and what was happening. So it was a very interesting and like special time to like build a community. So yeah, it's my love for it grew very quickly.
That's
and
awesome.
here we
That's
are.
now, does your husband still stream? No?
He does,
Oh, he does.
yeah.
Okay. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
he does.
awesome. So you're like a streaming unit.
Yeah.
Like
content
together,
house.
you're like the streaming Voltron. You come together and make like a super streamer.
Exactly.
That's awesome. What does he stream?
He streams Genshin as well,
Oh, okay.
and then he also plays Valorant.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Those are two very different games. Okay.
There's surprisingly a lot of crossover though.
So this one we're going to do is we're going to these kind of pop out. So you're going to pop all of those out. So there's going to be 4 of them total.
This
Okay.
is RAM.
Yeah, this is RAM, and this is DDR5. So this is like the latest and greatest, fastest. I think this one's 6,000 megahertz, so 6,000 mega transfers, as they do say. Now I'm going to show you I'm going to give you a demonstration of what to do, and then I'll have you do the second one. But just to give you some ideas for the clicks, so what you do is you're just going to kind of line it up like this. Put your thumbs. You want to give it a nice solid. You hear that click? Now the loud, like you just, I mean, yeah, that's the same thing. Now the label goes towards the CPU. Yep.
Like this.
Yeah, just like that. Yep.
More ASMR.
Yeah, this is.
I didn't know this was an ASMR stream.
Oh, it's always that. There we go.
Mine's a little slower, but like it works.
But I mean, like all in all, like the good thing is I was able to save some of it with the other click, so you're kind of off the hook. But
between the two of them,
between
I
the
think
two
we're
of them,
good.
you're good. And then, so did you, when you first started streaming, did you start and say, I wanted to do Genshin Impact? Like it started with.
Genshin wasn't out at the time. I played a lot of like simulation stuff, and then I started to get into more story-driven, like games that I could finish in 1 to 2 days.
Okay.
That had good stories, and then Genshin came out. Someone recommended it to me in my chat. I should probably find out who that was, so I can thank them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that game really hit the sweet spot for me because I could interact with my chat a lot. The game is beautiful. But yeah, now I'm expanding into variety as well.
Wow.
Back
Okay.
not out of Genshin, but
Yeah,
more.
that's gonna be, yeah, you're adding to the stable of games that you play.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, another open here. This is your hard drive, your M.2 hard drive. So we're gonna get this installed.
How's this open?
It's a button. There's
This?
a button. Yeah, push the button.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it's just
different than
to
my knife.
keep you from cutting yourself.
Just needs
There
to
we go.
sharpen.
Yeah, it's not. It's. I think it's just to keep me from cutting myself. I think they're like, I don't really want to give Robey sharp objects.
I'm very prone to that. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, that's
A lot of kitchen
We'll save that
injuries.
for another story. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what we're going to do is remove that. Cool. And this is your M.2 drive. So again, there's like a lot of people are used to like the more the physical drives, but this is actually a hard drive.
It's tiny.
Yeah, they're tiny.
Wow.
But they're also nice and fast. You want to just set that off to the side, just like that. Perfect. We'll take it out of the box. I'm going to hand me the plastic
I'm
there.
scared to like touch anything that has like copper.
PCBs, yeah, the PCBs. No, you can touch it. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Just don't lick it. I mean, I've tried that before. It doesn't
Oh,
work.
thank goodness you said that, because
you're like,
like
I
considering it.
just have this desire.
something.
It's like why they made Nintendo Switch cartridges taste really bad.
What?
Yeah, you ever tried it? So I
You're
kid you
kidding.
not. No, I'm not.
You're messing with me.
Chat, back me up here. If you take a Nintendo Switch cartridge and lick it, it tastes terrible. It's to keep you from putting it in your mouth. They are specifically coded to keep you from putting it in your mouth. It's true. It's true.
It's true.
Yes, I
Who
wouldn't
did
even-
it? How many of you have done that before?
Oh, I absolutely have done it. It's gnarly.
Oh my gosh.
Now
I'm
you're gonna.
burdened by
But
this
here's the
knowledge.
thing. Like for the rest of the stream, you're gonna be like, I kind of want to go home right now and go. Go
I gotta
taste it.
test it. I
Yeah.
gotta
So just
know for
DM me. I mean,
myself.
sorry. Just tweet me when you actually do it because you're gonna be like, yeah, it's gross. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is you're gonna remove that screw, that screw, that screw, that screw, that screw.
Okay.
Okay. So here we're going from there. So you've played? You said you've played a number of games. You were like, I'm trying to find games that I can beat in like 2 to
Yeah.
3 days. What are some of your favorites? What are some of the favorite ones that you've done?
So glad you asked.
Oh, of course, that's what I do.
So the Portal 1 and 2 were
Okay.
probably the games that made me really just like see what gaming could be, like what amazing stories could be told through this medium.
Okay.
And then more recently, have you ever heard of a game called Omori?
No.
So if you've ever played Undertale,
Okay.
I would say it's a very different story, but it's almost like if you've played Undertale and you liked it, if you're like mature enough, Omori is
Undertale is the one with the mice, right? Was that one? I'm trying to think of. There's a mouse one that's actually called Undertale as well, but no, maybe it's.
I'm honestly not sure.
Okay.
It's been so long since I played it,
Okay.
but yeah, Omori is like it's such an incredible story.
Have you ever played Firewatch?
No, but oh wait, no, yes, I have played Firewatch. I forgot. It's been so
Maybe-
long. Firewatch is great.
Yeah.
Beginner's Guide, Stanley's Parable. The Stanley Parable. You ever played that?
No, I haven't played that.
It's worth playing.
Have you played what is it? The Death of Edith.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Edith Finch.
Yeah. There we go. These are all like such
That was
great.
depressing.
Oh yeah.
You
no,
will
it was-
you would like Omori.
Okay, well,
should-
wait, I don't want to be depressed.
But it's good. But it's
Okay.
a good
It's a good-
time.
it's a
like
good time.
it's like healing. It's worth it.
Go ahead and pop this off.
All right.
And
This is
these
so
are
pretty.
your NVMe slots. And you can see they've got lots of nice cooling, a really, really thick cooler for this. So and the thing is also very nice is you actually have 3 slots to grow into. So if you, like this one's 1 terabyte, but if you want to add a couple 2 terabyte
Oh, wow.
NVMEs, these are like obviously your fastest one. They're giving you a 6 terabyte like hard drive,
Yeah.
but for gaming, it definitely worth something popping in there and putting a couple more in, specifically as you start to expand your
Okay.
game category.
Okay.
Let's grab our accessory box, which is right here.
What level of games would require more than a terabyte?
Pretty much COD.
Oh.
It's like the thing is that you have a 1 terabyte and you're going to put an OS on that, so you have Windows in there, and then if you have like OBS, and then if you
Yeah.
do editing, that'll fill up actually pretty quick. So like the big thing is like, and I don't think Genshin Impact's actually all that big, but the other thing too is
Yeah.
like as you play more. There's always an opportunity. There's always room to basically have to go from there. Okay, so here's our little screws.
I don't see COD in my future, but
You don't seem like you would like. It doesn't seem like you're kind of like you seem like more story driven. Did you ever play like
Genshin is pretty. Yes.
Fallen Order
Yes,
and okay, yeah,
that
because
is
you
my
said Star Wars
PC.
games, right?
My PC struggled when I played. I opened it and I had it on like maximum graph settings, and my PC almost blew up. So I had to downgrade a bit.
This one will run it beautifully. I've been going through and playing it on. I have what's called a 1X player. It's like a Steam Deck, little portable one, and so like, but it's hard to play it when you like versus having played it on like a high-end one. That game is just so good.
Jedi Fallen Order is so good.
Yeah.
The story, yeah. Is that the first time we've seen Force Echoes?
Yeah. Oh yeah. As far as I know, like I don't know. I'd have to go back. I better not make any Star Wars nerds mad. Like including, even though I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
It's probably in some like
I'd be
ancient,
like somebody's gonna get mad
in a comic or something.
Exactly, and they'll be like, "What are you doing?" Okay, so what we're gonna do is we have to put it in 2280, which is right here. So you're gonna take that little screw. You're gonna screw it in right there.
Okay. I suppose I could have done this with the magnetic thing, but.
Yep. Yeah, and then we're going to go ahead and do code 2. By the way, guys, code 2, which is EVGA.
EVGA.
EVGA. There you go. I'm going to make sure it's straight. Yeah, perfect. You can do it with your hands too. Yeah, you just did it with that too, which is perfect. Okay, now you should be able to get the little screw out. Oh, you know what? I wonder if this one, we'll see. Yeah, there it goes.
Oh wow!
It's just quality design. That's what that is right there. Okay, so we're just to show it off because Jacob gave them to us, and we're gonna show it off. We actually have additional thermal pads. This particular M.2 doesn't need it, but you know what? We have it, so we're gonna use it.
Why not?
Because it's fun.
We're here. Someone asked. I do get to keep. Yes. I do get to keep the PC.
Yes. She does get to keep the PC. That is
I just get to build
true.
this monster PC and then I leave.
Yeah, we're like, hey,
nothing.
we hope you really enjoyed that. Thanks
Goodbye.
for goodbye. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this and you're gonna stick it right there, and that's the bottom part is already sticky. It's gonna go right there.
Like here.
So like in the lines.
Like how it fits. Yeah. Okay. I get it.
It's like coloring,
Yeah.
but with a thermal pad.
But with a thermal pad. Okay.
This is like I can see the concentration. There we go.
I just really want to get it right, which I feel like I may have not.
It seems okay. No, that should be fine.
It's like a bit.
Okay, now there's a peel on it.
Oh, more peel.
You take the peel off. And this is like, in some M.2s, you'll actually have chips on both sides, and so this would help cool that. But given that you might upgrade, we're going to go ahead and put it in and go from there. Okay, so now what you're going to do is there's a little slot right here in the PCB. That little slot lines up with the little slot right there. So it just kind of clicks in like a Lego.
Okay.
At an angle, yeah.
Oh gosh, okay.
You got this. I have faith. Just give it a nice push.
Wait.
Does it feel like it's in?
I don't know exactly how.
There it is.
There we go.
See,
Click.
nice solid click. Yep.
Click.
And then it's always like a little diving board. So you're like, well, anyway.
I would never have the confidence to like that.
Okay, here you go. Now you're going to take this little stupid tiny screw, so small, and then you're going to put it in right there.
Okay.
There it is. So what has been your favorite part about streaming so far? Like, I mean, was it your community? Like, what are some of your favorite things now that you've kind of like entered into this world?
I think people is like at the core of all of it.
Yep.
So my chat, being able to, especially with story games, like being able to have like to go through a game to like collectively and like experience it, that always really sticks with me. And then just like the other creators I've gotten to meet through it, like very inspiring.
I know what you were saying.
Oh no!
I know what you were saying. I didn't think you would think they were dying, but it's
My
okay.
expiring friends. I will never hear the end of that.
Now you're just gonna peel that top one off.
Oh, my friends, you're expiring. You're expiring.
Okay, there we go. Okay, now what you're gonna do is just put it back on.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so it just sticks to one.
Oh, hold on, flip it over.
Oh.
Did I flip it over real quick? Okay, no, I peeled the right one. Okay, just making sure I didn't make a mistake. Okay, good. And I do make them, right? People do. Yeah, you're just gonna stick it back on, just lines back up, and then you're just gonna put the screws back in. And now it's in.
This is very satisfying.
Isn't it?
I am enjoying this a lot.
Okay, there you go. So these two go there, and these three go at the end. So
Sorry, can you say that again?
So these two are gonna go right here, and those
okay.
three are gonna go at the end.
Okay.
Okay, so what other games Since I mean, like it's funny because like you started and you played story games, then you found Genshin Impact.
Well, I started with Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Pretty much Animal Crossing and Minecraft was all I did. So simulation games was like kind of like all I knew for a long time. And then story driven is like when I feel like games started to like hit my heart, like
hit your feel bone.
like it's going through a story is like such an amazing experience when the story's good.
Yep.
And then Genshin is almost like it's like it's a hybrid of so many different kinds of games.
Right.
Is this right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, it just goes right in there.
Wow. Yeah, it's very beautiful. And then there's also something that I hadn't experienced, which was getting to build characters and like theory crafting to some degree. Though I'm certainly not the best in the field
Of theory crafting?
Of theory crafting, but I enjoy building characters. I enjoy like the challenge of coming up with different ways to like structure teams and characters. So yeah, and there are definitely some story components that are very good and stick with you. So
If you want to get rid of finger, just use a thermal.
Microfiber?
Yeah, microfiber cleans up that stuff too. Yep.
Microfiber.
If you ever, just a nice little trick for you if you ever wanted to know.
Okay.
So it's so now that you guys, did you play Genshin like almost exclusively for a long period of time?
Yeah, for a long time, and that's where I hit my major growth spurt because Genshin Impact is just like such a globally huge, well-known game. So that's where I really like hit my stride in content, and now I'm working more toward diversifying and playing more games.
What are the games? Let's not block the camera. So what are the games that you're most like? What are some of the new ones that you're probably going to start doing?
Well, I think I'm gonna play Elden Ring, which I have been unsure of because I've never played a Dark Souls game, so I'm a little nervous about the difficulty level, but I think it'll be fun.
Okay.
And then I also want to play I want to play Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West.
Yep.
They actually had a collab with Genshin, like last year, late last year, with like their main character. Say no to Elden Ring.
Say no.
Gotta do it.
That's Cole. She's a very outspoken individual. In my, she's awesome. She's a heck of a gamer.
Heck of a gamer.
Yeah. So when she says no to Elden Ring, that tells you something. But
I know.
I've been playing it. I've actually been really enjoying Elden Ring. It's like one of those things that like as you play, you'll kind of come into your own. Just know that you don't have to fight everything, and I think a lot of times, and you just have to be okay with losing.
So you say that, but like my pride and my competitiveness, I don't think I will be able to. Like, I'll sit and work on something for 2 hours, even if I don't have to. So, we'll see.
Okay, so this is our bracket for our for putting in our cooler. So we're gonna get that installed now.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna lift this up, and you're going to get these little holes in the little 4 holes right there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And it's just going to kind of stick through it, and then we'll put it back down. You might have to these adjust. So these adjust and move.
Oh.
There's going to be some moving there. There you go.
Okay, so
They should be in.
now.
Okay, cool. So I'll hold this like this, and then I'll just kind of slide it down like that. Perfect.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and now what you're going to do is we're going to open this up with some. I don't have scissors. We'll get some later. I'm going to use this instead, just to kind of
Cool
open it
math
up.
games.
Horizon Zero Dawn. Do you have some classic ones that you haven't looked at? Have you ever played like?
There's so many because I started like seriously gaming so late that there's so many games that I haven't played.
And I think that's one of the coolest things about it is like you were not a gamer.
No, it just kind of happened. I'm very happy that it did.
You're like I am totally like. Are you kind of sad that you started late, or do you feel that way sometimes, or no?
Well, I feel significantly below skill level with a lot of games, like competitive games. But I'll catch up. I'm too stubborn. I'll figure it out.
Okay, so what these are going to do, you can put this down. You're going to just basically screw these into each of the 4 corners, just like that. Yeah, perfect. And this is just to make sure that when we put this inside of the case, we'll be good to go in that regard.
Okay.
Okay.
And should these, how tight? Like
Just all the finger tight, like basically till they're finger tight. Perfect.
Okay,
Just like that. Yeah. Nothing more crazy than that.
alrighty.
So, what's been your favorite game so far? Then is it Genshin Impact, or do you think do you have a favorite that you've played thus far?
I'm torn. I think overall, my favorite game that I've ever played, like the game I wish I could play again for the first time, is Omori.
Okay. That good, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's
I know you
high
said you
praise.
don't want depression, but like
It was good.
it's worth playing. Yeah. The Beginner's Guide is also one that I think is really underrated. It's an indie game, and it's definitely the structure is a bit different than like it's not polished, but it's in a good way.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I really lean more toward indie games because it's cool to see like one person's vision like come to life completely.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think we're good there. Okay, so our motherboard is put together, guys. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break. We will be back in 5 minutes, and then we'll get this in the case and all that sort of stuff. We'll be back in 5 minutes, guys.
Snack time.
Yep. We are going to start getting the case ready to put this inside. Now, just so you guys know, we're going to walk through the parts again real quick because we know we have a ton of people who've joined us. I think almost 2,000 people here now. But we're going to start here. We got a Core i, and this is where we are at right now. And so I am joined by Dish. I am Robeytech, and we're building her first PC.
Yeah.
And we're getting to learn a little bit more about Dish and the things that drive her to be the hardcore Rolling Stones fan that she really. I don't know if you're a Rolling Stone now.
More of a Bob Dylan.
Bob
girl.
Dylan.
Yeah.
Okay, Bob Dylan. Okay, so is that is that like your music of choice, pretty much?
It depends. When I'm in like an introspective mood, when I don't want to think about the hardships of life, then yeah, Bob Dylan is my go-to.
Well,
I got to see him in concert.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
like a year or so back. He was still so good.
Wow. I had
A lot of people think he's dead because
I
he's been
thought
making
he was-
music so long.
I thought he was dead too. So like I was
He's
like I think I
alive.
was
You
like
should go see him.
I think I was like dealing with that like all of this news that dropped. Just like when I told you that Nintendo Switch cartridges don't taste good, right? Like you were dealing with that emotionally as well.
Too bad.
Why don't we go
He's still-
and shift this off to the side, and we're gonna go ahead and grab your case.
Y'all know Bob Dylan is alive, right? Right? You know that? Please tell me you know that. Yes, is still alive. They don't know.
No, a lot of people don't know.
I mean, he's been making music for
Over
an
5
eternity.
years.
Yeah,
Over
at least 5.
At least 5 years. Okay, here is our case. This is the NZXT H710i.
It's a big boy.
It is a big boy. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to strip the case. So what we're going to do is go ahead and unscrew that right there.
Whoa. This is a PG production.
By the way, yeah, this is the rated R portion. If you do not want your kids to
Stripping.
see a naked PC case or don't want to have those
This
questions,
is not what I signed up for.
okay, it doesn't come all the way up. It's
Oh.
captive is
Oh,
what the name
oh.
of that is. So there you go. Now you can just pull on that.
I see.
Pull it hard. There he goes. Glass is off. First part of the naked. I feel like we should play some Bourdois music right
This
now.
is so scandalous.
So scandalous. Okay, we're going to remove this, and we're going to remove this, and we're going to remove this, just to make it more roomy in here. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, cool. And then next up is right here at the top, in the back, there's a button. Push that button, and there it goes. And then that pops off.
Whoa.
Makes it easy. Cool, you want to hand that to me? I'll put it over here. So we have lots of desk space.
I'm not a very organized person, so I
I'm the
usually
opposite.
have my desk is like scattered when I'm working on stuff. So.
Okay, now comes the fun part, which people always really enjoy. It's called the ripping things off of the case part.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is where we test your strength. So you're just going to pull this off.
This feels like a trick.
No, why would I do that?
I don't
Now I have
know.
made that mistake on this. Yeah, you're just going to pull.
Like from the bottom.
Yeah. Here, sometimes people don't want to do it because they're more nervous
I'm
about
kind of
it.
like
Yeah.
restraining myself. No, that's definitely what it is.
Yeah.
That I'm restraining myself.
Okay.
Not that I'm not strong enough.
There it goes.
Got it.
Perfect. See, Doesn't that make you nervous though?
That sounds
it's like you're like
horrible.
legit like this should not be this hard to come. And I will tell you, a lot of case manufacturers are making that way easier because you're like that doesn't come off. This doesn't feel like it comes off. I'm gonna break it, but yeah.
And the pipe, these are like straight.
Yeah, they're like look at that though. They're like strong.
All right, well.
There you go. Okay, now we're gonna pull off this this little dust filter. Trust me, it comes off really easily. Okay, that one's good. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Dust filter's off. Okay, now the top comes off too.
Oh goodness. It's really.
I'm trying to remember. Hold on, let me make sure this one. I don't remember. I'm trying to remember if this.
Does it slide off?
It does. Okay, I think it's just a pull. Hold on, I think it's just a pull. I'm gonna pull this one off because there it goes. Yeah. I just wanted to remember, and if I broke it, I'd feel better. Versus if I had you do it and then you broke it, I'd be like, well, that's my fault. Yeah. So.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
There we go. Okay, so now the PC is stripped. Guys, naked PC.
Naked PC.
Naked PC.
Cover your eyes.
It's all naked. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pull this out. Let you undo that. And then here's all our accessories for this.
You know, accessories make or break an outfit.
It does. That is true. That is absolutely true. And there you go. There's a naked PC case right there for everybody.
My goodness.
Did you just fan
It's a naked PC.
It's
right in front of me.
You didn't know you were going to have this kind of scandalous content.
I wasn't ready for this. This wasn't in the brief.
Okay, if you want to scoot that over a little bit more, we're going to lay this down. And then this is the other way. Sorry. So, because we're going to lay it flat.
Okay.
Lay the PC flat. And we're going to see how
we're laying down the naked PC.
We're going to lay down the... When you put it that way, it doesn't sound all that good. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to lay this down, and what we're going to do is we're going to take... Okay, so first I'm going to just... Okay, good. What we're going to do is you're going to grab the motherboard, and you're going to set it inside, and we're going to see if it kind of fits. We may have to move this bar. So,
oh gosh, it's like, okay.
So that goes in the square hole in the back.
I'm very nervous. Okay.
Nope. Okay, yeah, let's go. We're going to go and remove this just temporarily, and then we could probably put it back on afterwards.
Okay.
Okay, so let's give you the world's longest screwdriver, ladies and gentlemen, Excalibur. Okay, you're going to remove that
Murder
screw.
weapon.
Yep. It's so big.
I love it. It's like giraffe.
It's like, you know, it's funny because like sometimes I'm like, I was doing a build just the other day, and then there's another one in the back here. I was doing a build the other day, and I was like, man, you know what? I really kind of wish I had Excalibur with me right now. I'm trying to see where the other screw is. Okay.
I mean, sometimes it's a pain to like get your hand into
one
a
right
small
here.
space.
Right there.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, this is very useful.
It's actually really nice, and like sometimes like you'll have like things where it's just like it's just like nice to have like a lot of length to get in there and get. Okay, so this one is right here. It looks like it comes right. I don't know if it's that one or we're gonna find the other screw. There it is, right there. Yep, that's it right there. Oh, is that it? Oh, it's that one. See, it's the one next to it.
This one?
Yep.
Okay.
Just trying to make sure, like, I build in so many cases, sometimes I'm like, which one is it? Okay, so there we go. Okay, so now, what we're gonna do is, oh, look at that. Like a pro, it just came right off, like it's supposed to.
Wait, there's RGB back there.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know about that.
You need all the frames, right?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so there's that.
Nice.
Okay, so code 3, guys, Z690 Dark is the next code. Okay, so here is now, go ahead and put that bad boy in there. Z690 Dark is the next code. Z690 Dark. There it is. Just gonna kind of set it all the way over. And it's gonna kind of sit on the board. Yeah, now push it over.
Okay, I kind of see like where the.
Yeah, that's what it's
like. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this right?
Nope, you gotta go in more.
Okay,
There it is.
okay.
Okay, cool. Now we get to, I think it's all the way in.
Is that right?
Yeah, and I think
that
this
looks
is
right.
just over the curve there. So I think we're actually gonna be okay. Let me see here. Oops,
Nice.
sorry. Okay, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to get a little funky here. Little funky. Okay, so always the fun part
Interesting.
where we have a little bit of, okay, I'm gonna move this out of the way. Sorry, 1 second. There we go. Okay, then I'm gonna do this. we'll just connect them afterwards.
PC building, from what I've seen, typically require a little bit of like
Well, the thing is
making it work.
We actually don't need these because these are just the fan. It's just a fan hub. So if we ended up connecting these to the motherboard directly, it'd be absolutely fine. Okay, so now we can put this right back in there. But you're getting like the most ridiculous motherboard on the planet. So
yeah, so it's worth it.
it's worth it. Okay. And am I on? Supposed to be on? Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. And now it's down. Okay, see? Now we are in.
Awesome.
Now the best part about this actually, which is going to be pretty cool, and this is something NZXT does, and I know you were a little worried about this, but when we put this back in, you can actually shift this around. So what we'll do is when we put this back on, we'll just have all those cables hidden. So like we can still have that on, but all your cables will just be hidden, which is actually going to look really nice.
Oh, that's
So
okay.
so you'll still get the lights and the RGB in the bar, but it won't be like now we won't have to worry about cable extensions. So this will all just be hidden. It'll look actually really nice and clean. So if we get a top-down view of that, that's actually going to look really good, but we're just going to have to hook all that stuff up, and you'll still get Dr. Debug and all that sort of stuff. And we can still, it looks like we can still get some fans, but we have plenty of fan headers here for all that sort of jazz. So should look great,
clever.
But we don't have to worry about cable extensions as much anymore. Okay, so let's grab the accessory box. You ready?
The important part.
The important part, all the screws. Because you're going to be putting in screws for days.
No.
Yep, so many screws.
All right,
are you ready?
I'm ready. Yeah.
You're going to use Excalibur a lot.
Okay.
It's funny, one of the things that was super interesting when we got to the break here is immediately people were coming up and giving her names of other games that she should play. So have you had any like from your audience, or you're like, oh, I'd love to play that particular one, and then it like ended up being as awesome as you was.
Oh man, I honestly, whenever I want to play a new game, I usually look for recommendations either from my chat or from like
other people,
other streamers. Yeah, so yeah, I can't think of a time where I didn't enjoy a game that was recommended to me. So yeah, I try to give the people what they want.
So we'll start right here. I think those are the I think those are the right screws. Actually, yes. Go ahead and try it.
Thank goodness this is magnetic.
Yeah.
Do you have any game recommendations?
Yes, I do. But
I would love to hear them.
Let's. Is it going in?
It is not.
Okay, so these are always the fun part where we try and find the right screw. Sometimes you think it is. It should just come out.
It's I'm just trying to get it.
If not, we have these.
It's magnetically locked in there too.
There you go. Check this out. We have the. This is the one thing that's nice about the iFixits, is that we have these. This is like the strongest magnet on the planet. Oh, you got it out.
I got it. Sorry.
Fine.
Stole your
I
thunder.
was trying to show you. Remember in the script when we talked about this, and you
not ruining this moment.
You're not ruining my moment. Okay, let me find the right ones. I thought those were them, but it must be these. So let's try this one. And then the one thing about putting these in, when you do put them in, is you want to kind of go slow because you don't want to cross thread. So I'm just going to try this and just make sure this is the right one.
Cross thread. What does that mean?
In other words, cross threading yeah, that's the right one. Okay. So if you force a screw, it's like, you know how like on a screw you have the little
grooves.
Yeah, the grooves. If you can actually the inside of the standoff, you can re-thread it, and that's called cross threading. So you're actually creating your own threads by if you get a lot of resistance when you're starting, and then you figure it out, then you won't cross thread it. Okay, there you go. Okay. I found the right screw. Sorry about that, guys.
It's all good.
I'll go over here and get these screws out of your way.
All right.
Not getting confused or anything like that.
So am I looking for all the ones that have like goldish?
I will show you. There's 9 of them.
Okay.
And I'm not going to do like Where's Waldo and make you guess.
Bye.
They're actually pretty. The good thing is about the EVGA dartboard is it actually highlights them. In
I was going to say the silver or the
copper.
And
this is where the nice little large Excalibur is going to come in handy.
Large.
Yeah, there's a series. Given that you like Jedi Fallen Order, and I think a lot of people would actually agree with this. I don't know. I'd be curious to see chat's thoughts on this. There you go. Is Mass Effect.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's been recommended to me, but I don't know much about it.
So it's like a fully encapsulated. They just did the remaster of the whole series. People are like, woo, okay, yeah, in 7 gang, yeah, there we go. they just did a remaster of the whole series that just came out, and there's some of there. It's like one of my favorite series.
What's it about?
It's basically the story. Well, it's if I told you, then it'd like spoil the whole thing. But basically, you're Commander Shepard, and you can create whatever character you want. And then what happens is that you are basically there's people start attacking human settlements. These robotic characters start attacking human settlements. And then as humanity is coming into space for the first time, like we're starting to integrate with other galactic alien races, and then all the decisions you make impact the larger story across 3 games. So like you can play it multiple times and have a ton of different endings because of all the options you have. So yeah.
I love when your choices make a difference in the outcome of the game.
Oh yeah, and it can be pretty significant too.
Yeah.
Which is actually pretty neat. But
You know
then you also have relationships with all these people, and they can be romantic or non-romantic. Is that one just being here? Sometimes it helps to do this.
It's not quite. It's like I'm getting a little
Not like quite
resistance
lined up.
almost.
Is it lined up?
Oh, maybe it's not quite lined up, but I can.
There you go. But
I
yeah,
can
it's just
nudge
one of
it.
those really great.
get these
It's
ones
just a really
first.
great game.
You know what?
But
What other game?
Except for we just don't talk about Mass Effect Andromeda, the new one. They're hopefully supposed to make a new one. There's a new one coming out that's hopefully not terrible. That one come in, or you want me to take a look at it?
It's a little bit off, but I can't tell if it's just
Here,
like
let me give it a go.
give it a little nudge.
Give it a nudge, or it looks okay. But whoops.
I'm missing something.
The world's longest screwdriver is always a lot of fun to do this with.
Getting a lot like rotation.
Yeah.
It looks like it's not quite lined up.
Well, what we can do if this doesn't work is we can loosen these other screws
And shift it.
and then shift it a little bit.
It's more.
There we go. And this is always like little. You've only done the bottom in that one. Okay,
Yeah.
makes it pretty easy. Yeah, they should go in pretty easily. So it's just like now it's like. There you go. Here, I'll hand you this, and then I'll kind of push it up for you.
Okay.
Definitely not. It's definitely lined up. That's weird. Should just go in there.
Wait.
It's gonna,
It is the same screw though?
Yeah, it should be. They're all the standoffs are always the same in terms of the screws and stuff like that. So
Get in there.
we're gonna get it, guys. We have lots of time to get this build done, and it's such a crazy build. Maybe here. What I'm gonna do? Try this actually. Here. Nope. It's not here.
I got it.
Oh, you got it. Baller.
Let's go.
Okay,
Interesting,
there we go. Okay, so that's in. We're now in.
Crisis averted. Mass Effect. So sci-fi.
Yep, Mass Effect.
I
It's
really
like a
like
sci-
sci-fi.
Would you like sci-fi?
Yeah, I do. You must. Did you enjoy the Portal games?
I did enjoy the Polar games. We got code 4, by the way, guys. Hoyoverse.
Oh, okay. Hoyoverse. I know that one.
Which they had to tell it in my ear like 4 times because I was like, wait, what?
What?
So what is Hoyoverse?
Hoyoverse is the developer and owner of Genshin Impact and quite a few other gacha and non-gacha games.
So here's it. So let me ask you. Let's talk about Genshin Impact because I don't know a ton about this game.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we had Tectone on the channel. He's a huge Genshin Impact streamer.
Yeah.
And like I had no idea until you said that there was actually story to said game. So what is the story behind Genshin Impact, right?
So the basic story, there's a lot of mystery.
Okay.
But the basic story, did I already get this one?
You want me to rotate?
Oh, I'm missing one.
I think you got. Oh, these do need to be retightened though.
Yeah, okay.
And you got that one in the middle there.
So the basic premise is that you are dropped into this world called Tevat,
Okay.
and the last thing you remember is this interaction. You get separated from your sibling,
Okay.
and you're having some kind of like epic fight with what's called the unknown god.
Okay.
We don't get a lot of info after that. Like we're kind of putting together the pieces of like what happened, why are we here, and the big storyline is finding our sibling. But then there's lots of little stories in the world of Tevat that occur outside of like the main story, and then stuff that makes you want to spend hundreds of dollars to get a character.
How much do you think you've spent on the game? I like the smile.
Let's see, probably like.
People are laughing already.
Probably, I would say maybe like 2,000.
Wow. Okay.
It's a business expense.
It is
you
a
know,
business.
you know?
Luckily for you, you can write it off like, for the IRS, unlike everybody else who's like, well, I wish I could write it off.
Yeah, I'm such a good example. Okay, I think I've dropped the screw down there, so I think I need the one with the magnet.
There we go. Let's grab. This is your moment to shine. Let's go. Okay, so you just stick this in there.
Hey,
there
nice.
You go.
Okay, I got it this time.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the basic story, and then through like events and the game releases new story and like a new update. I think it's every 3 weeks or so.
Oh wow!
So we get new content constantly.
All the time.
I did it again. Oh no, I got it. This is a tough one.
Yeah, it's like this is the challenging one. This is like the for extra credit.
Okay. I want
we don't
the extra
actually
credit.
need the screw. I'm just kidding. We do. Maybe. Do we need the screw? Maybe we don't.
I feel like in the middle. This is the extra
It's like that.
credit
Remember
screw.
that game where you used to like have to drop like clothespins into a? Did you ever play that game? Like when? No, probably not. It's like one of those things. Like I used to remember, like you have a clothespin and there'd be a 2-liter bottle, and you'd have to drop the clothespin into the 2-liter bottle. Does anyone remember that? Anybody know?
Sorry.
I thought it was 6 weeks. Somebody said.
6 weeks?
Or is it every 3 weeks?
I'm honestly not sure. It moves so quickly for me that I don't even know.
You're like, all I know is I have my wallet ready.
I can't get it.
You want to give it a go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the professional.
I don't
do
know
the
if
work.
it's, I'm probably going to be just as bad as you were. So let's give it a go though, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Oh, you know why?
6 weeks. Okay.
There's no screw that goes in there.
What?
It's got a pin. That's why you can't do anything with that. Sorry. But that was fun. That was fun for you.
I'm not horrible.
No,
at
you
this.
literally. I'm
Thank
sorry.
goodness.
You were like, I was like, it shouldn't be that bad. And then I looked at it, I was like, oh yeah, that's because there's a pin in there. Okay, so we have all of our screws. 1, 2. That's a pin. 1, 2, 3. You got them in. Okay, cool. Well, that was fun for everybody. Everybody's laughing at you.
Great use of
That was
time.
my bad, guys. Don't laugh at her. She didn't know any better.
I mean, in your defense, it looks exactly the same as the rest. You'd think there'd be a screw
I
in there,
remember
but-
a medical doctor game like Robey describes. I don't know what that game would be. Oh, that's another. But there is another game that's actually pretty cool. That's like that, but made by Kojima. I don't know if anybody remembers the game. It's called Snatcher on Sega CD. That was a long time ago.
No.
No, you're like, nope, I don't remember that.
For my gaming time.
Before your
that's for
gaming.
sure.
Well, that's like your gaming time was like how long ago?
Like three years ago.
It's like so many games that are before your time.
I'm catching up as fast as I can, kind of.
I mean, the other ones are like, are there going to be like the big classics? Like, are you going to play like Halo or Half-Life? And
I own them. I
Okay.
have them in my like Steam library, but I haven't touched them yet.
you know, it's funny because like if you look at Halo, if you look in the credits, my name is in the credits for Halo.
No
And
way.
Forza, yeah, I was a game developer for 20 years.
Really?
Yeah, I worked
oh
at
my
Xbox.
gosh, cool.
So, okay, so we are good here. PC's done. Thanks, guys. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're not done. Let's go ahead and start hooking up all our front panel connectors, which are all going to go here on the side.
Okay.
This is actually going to look super clean when it's done because of just how all
Yeah.
the stuff is here. So I'm going to go back here. and I'm
Seems
gonna-
like wire management isn't going to be too bad.
No,
Which is
it's
nice.
just not. The thing is that there's just not that much to have to worry about. We're going to see if we can save and use these. Actually, let's take a look at that now. See if we can actually get that to hook up in the fan hub, because if that would be better, and then you can just control the fans via there.
This thing is such a beast already.
Ooh, I don't know if that's going to work. You can get one in? No, I don't think we're going to get any of those in. So we're going to have to find 3 headers for that. Oh no, actually, no, we won't. I just realized there's a bunch of fan splitters right here. Look at that.
Great.
So that makes it easy. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go ahead and use, oh, these might all be fan splitters. That's so funny. So
I
we
thought of
actually
that.
don't need some of this stuff. 'cause
Wow, we can get rid of wires?
Yeah, we can
It's a
actually get rid of
miracle.
wires. And then we'll have 3 here, and then we'll have 1 for our exhaust, which is fine. And then these just get put away and don't have to clutter up your system.
Nice. I'm just still amazed by how giant this case is.
It's so big,
It's
right?
so big compared to my
Your other one?
current like compact case. Yeah.
Okay, so the good thing is all of your cables, pretty much for the most part, all go over here on the side. So it's going to make it
Wow.
really easy to hook everything up, which is kind of neat. So I'm
Excellent.
just kind of placing things there, and then we'll have you hook it all up. Okay, so this is your USB.
Cable
the
management
case.
is a myth.
It is not a
lie.
myth. I use it all the time.
I
Okay, so
do
we'll figure
bare
out-
minimum to get it out of my way.
No, yeah, no. It's
what
like
I've
people will watch my streams for like an hour plus and watch me cable manage a whole system.
I imagine it's really satisfying to watch.
Yeah.
So
People find it therapeutic, right? Yeah. Okay, so here we go. I think we have everything in the right place. I will check and make sure. We might have some other ones that go in other places, but HD audio. Oh, it looks like everything's on this side, which is actually kind of cool. Okay.
cables, ew.
Yeah, lots of cables, unfortunately. Okay, so we'll start with USB 3.2. Okay, so this one has the highest chance of bending pins, but it'll be fine.
Oh gosh. I
so what
have
you're
had
gonna-
some experience with bending pins.
So this is just going to go at a 90-degree angle right into that. Does that make sense? And you see how it's got a little lip?
Yes.
It's going to go right there. I want to make sure you do it all, because I'd rather this be like, this is a PC I built,
I
right?
made this. Okay.
I made this.
Okay. Steady hand.
I don't know. I'm like on pins and needles. I'm like, oh, did you get it in? Oh, that sounds good. That's a good sign. If it clicked in, you're good. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, so next one is our HD audio. We'll find that here in a second. What I want to do is this right here, USB-C.
Okay.
Okay, so this one is going to go right here into this thing.
Okay.
So it should, when you put it in, it'll go in easily one way. So if it's not that way, then just go ahead and rotate it around.
Okay. So you can't really tell upon
Yeah, when
looking?
you kind of push it in, it just depends. There's actually a little arrow, but I haven't seen that arrow line up every time, so it should be pretty straightforward. When it just like kind of snaps in there. Okay, then if it's feeling rough, then switch around and try it the other way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
see, it just goes in very
Okay,
easily.
I was the right way.
You're like, I feel good. I feel fine with that one. Okay, so we have looks like we have down here at the end, these are fan headers. I'm gonna get, we have this thing right here, so this is a fan header. So this, we'll make it look nicer in a second. This is going to plug in. You see this little side one right here? That is gonna go right in on this. So that's gonna go right there. Do you see it? Right here. So that's going to go right there.
Okay.
Okay. We're just connecting stuff right now, guys.
Facing this way? Down
Other way, yeah, just like that. Yep.
This way.
Yep. So just push right on that.
Like this?
Make it all the way to the top.
Oh, is it directly under the... Oh, I see the pins. Okay.
Yeah. All this fun stuff. Can you go in? I'm like as interested in this as you are. She's getting hooked up. ASMR stream.
It's... Are you sure?
Oh, yeah,
Isn't it
should be.
this
It's
way?
that way. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, my bad. I actually think it is the other way. Hold on.
I'm
see.
nervous.
I think it is this way. It should be. Yeah, because the holes are on the bottom. Let me just make sure. It's like awkward to get. And they're hard to push in there from the beginning. Wow.
Yeah, I would be too scared to do this.
Yeah, that is like genuinely hard. But that is.
Yes.
There it is. Okay, yeah, so it did go in. Okay, cool. Okay, so now we have to find our USB headers and all the other ones, and I got to find where they are. So we should have two. So this is. Oh, let me see something real quick. In the accessory box, which I put somewhere. There it is.
So excited about the graphics card. We're excited to get to that part.
Okay, nope, this is not that one. Okay, cool. We're good there. Okay, so now we just got to find the other connectors. So we have that's EPS, that's your power, and then your SATA, and then you have your other ones. So where is your HD audio and your USB? That's what I'm looking for right now.
I wish I could help, but
Well, when
I'm
all
afraid
else
I'm
fails,
just
you grab the book.
Looking.
Which I bet you the book is not in. Actually, it is in. I don't think it's actually in here. I think it's online.
Oh.
You know what? I actually have a better idea. Let's get Jacob on here. Jacob.
Uh-oh.
Actually, this is what this is always the fun part right here. Oh
He's
no.
getting set up.
He's getting set up real quick. So luckily we have Jacob on here. So I'm just trying to. He's like, okay, come on in, Jacob.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Test,
Okay.
1, 2.
Where are the front panel USB and HD audio?
Here,
Oh, geez. Okay. Wow.
and here, and here.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see the rubbers that you have to take off. Look at that. Okay, so they're hidden. So they were hidden. I was like, wait a minute. But this is why you have Jacob. It's always nice. Sometimes you just
glad
have
I
a
stuck
walking.
around.
You just have a walking manual.
Yeah.
Eventually, I would have been like, "There's something going in there." Okay, so here are the other connections. Thank you very much, Jacob.
I see.
Okay,
why
so
they
we have
were
our front
covered
panel.
with the pins.
So this one is going to go right. Oh, you see all those multicolored? That's going to go right on top of all those multicolored.
Okay. Ooh, pins. These
Pins.
pins are scary.
Everybody says thank you, Jacob.
Thank you, Jacob. Oh gosh.
Those are cool. I like the little. I like all the rubber. I like all the rubber covers. That's actually really rad. That's such a good idea. Okay, I think we said new code,
think I got
and
it.
it's
Should I
okay.
hear
Here
a
we go.
snap?
Code 5 coming up. I think you'll recognize this one. Furiyama.
Oh, yeah.
I like how you have like this later. I'm like, it makes me really happy. Did you get it in there?
Furiyama. That's one of my favorite NPCs
Okay.
in the game.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Okay, so this is your USB now. And this one will run up. Okay, so actually we do want to run these a little bit different. Okay, now that I know that they're down there. Okay, so we're going to disconnect what you just did and do it all over again. I know, my bad.
Wow.
Oh.
Thought this was a professional.
It is. But the one thing that's really nice and different about EVGA boards is that they change their orientation. So it's like, and a lot of it is so things are more like for overclocking and just like being able to put like LN2 coolers and stuff like that on it. So the placement is a little bit different. So that's what and at first I was like, oh, it looks like everything's right there, but it was not. It's over here. Okay, so that's gonna go right there. This is USB, that's gonna go right here. And then we have our HD audio, which is stuck somewhere in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's way over here.
It's like
And this-
watching a magician.
Goes right here. Okay, and then we're gonna run this up here somewhere. Okay, cool. Let's flip this over. And then, okay, so you did this one. You're just gonna do it again.
Okay.
Front panel.
Is it this way?
So you see how
F
there's
panel
actually
up?
with front panel up, and you see how there's like a pin. Yes, just like that. Front panel up.
Okay. On
Okay, here
the
we
colored
go.
ones.
Yep.
Colorful.
Just like that, going from there. So have you got to do like? Because you started during the pandemic. Have you got to do things like TwitchCon or anything like that yet? No.
No.
Are you looking forward to getting to do those?
Yeah, this year will be my first TwitchCon, which I'm very excited. Very
Yeah?
excited for. I'm hoping a lot of my friends are like flying out for it, so meeting other CCs and then hopefully getting to meet any viewers that happen to be there. Yeah, I haven't really. Amsterdam or San Diego? I'll be in San Diego. Amsterdam is a question mark.
Oh wow. Okay, so this one right here, this is your HD, your front panel audio. That one's going to go right there. Do you see? See that spot right there? That's where it's going to go. Just like that.
It's like so much space.
The thing is like they do such a good job of like encapsulating around the cooler and stuff like that. So it's just
Yeah.
it makes it a little easier for you to find the plugs for that.
Oh, nope. I did just the top half.
Oh, okay, yeah. Go ahead and fix that then.
Go again.
Put that back in. Okay, cool.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay, we're good, we're good.
Did you get it in? So what's in? I didn't know there was. Is there a TwitchCon in Amsterdam?
Yes, there is two. There's one happening in San Diego. And then
Okay, which is the one I've always known about.
Yeah, and then there's also a TwitchCon in Amsterdam this
so-
year.
And then what have you heard of like are there other cons that you wish like PAX East? Are there going to be anything like that you wanted to go to?
Yeah, I'm pretty open
To do whatever.
to do kind of whatever pops up. PAX definitely I'm interested in. Okay, good.
Yep, you're good. And then I'm a little worried that the USB on this is maybe in a weird spot. We'll check here in a second. And then here is up here at the top. We're going to take this little thing right here, and it's going to get plugged into that one of those right there.
Okay. One of those? Is there
Yeah,
multiple?
either one. Yeah, we'll make it work when we. So we'll do it.
Oh, is it this way?
Yeah. Yeah, and it should just go around. See how it's got like a little lip, and that lip goes a little around the little.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I see it.
Just
Okay,
like
got
that.
it.
Perfect.
So there's
Okay.
a pin that's like hanging.
Yeah,
off.
there's a
Doesn't
pin.
matter.
Yeah, there's a pin that's hanging off, and that we're actually sorry, I meant this one right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's for your exhaust, and then the other one will be for all of the AIO stuff that we have there.
Okay.
Okay, so that is, I think that's the only one that we have left, and I'm a little concerned, trying to see here, if, yep, okay. So this is gonna be an interesting, so what we're gonna do is, we're going to hook this up right here.
Oh gosh.
So this is gonna go right there. Yeah, I'm sorry you guys here. I'm gonna try and rotate it so you can see what we're gonna do.
I gotta.
So here in the bottom is the USB, and you can actually see it. And see how there's a filled pin?
Yes. Okay, I see it.
Okay, then just pops in just like that. Perfect. We'll have to do that one more time for the cooler.
Is it perfect?
Yep, should be in.
I get nervous about like resistance.
Okay, so there we go. All of our front panel connections are hooked up. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna quickly tighten them, and then what we'll do is we'll put our cooler together. And actually, you're actually in really good, like we've actually got a lot done already.
Oh, good.
Okay, so I'm gonna flip this over real quick.
In the times that I've watched others build PCs, there's usually like, oh, this doesn't exactly fit, so we have to like re-maneuver a couple things. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and we
it's
had
like
to-
a lot of trial and error with PCs.
We had to do that a little bit here, even a little bit, but like it wasn't too bad. So this is not everything that we kind of had done here so far has actually been pretty straightforward. Outside of like, I didn't know that they had covered all their I/O. I'm like, where is this stuff that I plug this into?
Essential
Yeah,
items.
essential items that I need to plug things into, but pretty straightforward here. So you're pretty open to anything, but you have no plans right now to go to PAX East or anything like that yet? No.
No.
And then
This one that's I possibly might go to, but I don't think I'm supposed to.
you're not supposed
talk
to say,
about it
okay,
yet.
there you go. It's a secret thing. You guys can't know. I'll tell you on
Announcement
Twitter. I'll tell you on Twitter. I'll tell you on Twitter later. Just kidding. What is like? So the other thing too is I noticed like with one of your Portal streams, you also did a little bit of cosplay where you made like a companion cube.
Yeah.
Like is that a thing that you're into, or was that just like a one-off thing?
That was like a one-off thing.
everybody just gets to be disappointed for the rest of their life because they're like, when's the next?
There was a sub goal that I did. I don't remember what the number was, but if we got to a certain sub count, I would build a companion cube
Right.
and make it like a helmet, and then I played through the whole Portal 1 game
Using the
in
helmet.
the helmet. It was horrible. It was like so heavy. My
was
neck was
horrible?
like, ugh, and I had my headset on underneath. The audio quality was horrendous, but it was great, and we got it done. Yeah.
Do you think you'd do anything like that again?
Yeah, I do cosplay again.
What
know
are what have been some of your favorite streams? Like when you think about your ones that you've done in your career thus far, what are kind of some of the most memorable ones that you've had? I mean, besides that one and this one.
Yeah, definitely that one. Let's see. There was a stream once where I was just playing Minecraft with some of my subscribers.
Okay.
We were just hanging out in a voice chat in my Discord, and there was basically he called himself a traveling musician who
Okay.
just hopped into different Discord servers and like would
Play music?
would like ask if he could like play music, and
Okay.
so there was like there's like a locked VC that I was in, and then
Right.
there was one happening in like a different voice channel, and we like invited him into the live stream, and he like performed like a couple acoustic songs, and yeah, it was like a very, very weird, cool, surreal moment. Some of you probably remember when that happened, but yeah.
So that was it was just fun.
It just like was spontaneous, yeah.
And do you like that kind of stuff? What is it like? Do you feel like you get a lot of spontaneity out of your streams with right now, or do you feel like they kind of have like a routine?
It really depends. Streaming is so interesting because you typically, like now, I typically have a plan for what I want to happen in the stream, but like sometimes, like I think part of the essential skills of streaming is learning how to roll with punches.
Okay.
And sometimes like something happens with another streamer that like causes me to get involved, or
Oh, really?
Yeah, like there's just so much potential with a stream that I think there was a time where I was a bit more nervous and wanted to have more control over my streams, but I think my best streams are the ones where I'm relaxed and open to whatever might happen. No, not drama.
Yeah, that's funny because that's where my head was. I was like, you're the way that you said, you're like,
gosh,
you have
that's not
other
what I
streamers, and then all of a sudden, like now I'm being dragged into it. And I'm like, well, are we talking about drama?
Sorry, that's not what I meant. I was
Okay.
more thinking like games and like because Genshin is a you can play it together, so
Right.
So
it's more like
something happens.
collaborations.
Yeah, more like spontaneous collaborations.
Have you had a ton of different collabs?
Yeah, well, yeah, within like the Genshin world, I've made like a lot of really cool friends, so we collaborate like pretty often. Sometimes it is spontaneous where we're just hanging out in voice calls and chatting and,
Do you,
who knows?
I've watched, and like I said, I've watched a number of your streams. Do you do a lot of streams? Like there are some streamers who will always be on a Discord with other people, and then there's those who will sit there and just stream by themselves. Do you have a preference in terms of your kind of stream?
I typically am by myself just because
You don't want the drama? Just kidding.
Yeah, the drama. I just like being able to fully engage with my chat, so I feel like being in Discord calls with other people is cool, and I think it makes for good YouTube videos, and I think it is entertaining, but what I like the most is just being able to chat with my chat.
With your chat.
So, yeah, not drama.
Have you had a lot of opportunity to meet with members of your community yet, or is that something you're hoping to do more of?
In person? No.
Yes. No, you don't want to meet them?
Oh, no. No.
I threw you into that one? You're like, no, I don't have any desire to meet.
No, I definitely do. I was able to meet a couple people. Let's see, who have I met? I've met one of my mods. We were traveling, miscommunication, as they say. I've met my mods because we happened to be traveling in like the state he lived in.
Okay.
But no, I really haven't met a lot of people. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for at TwitchCon. The thing is, though, Genshin is such a global game that I do have audience in Asia and
right.
Yeah, that man, I wish there was a TwitchCon in Asia, but I don't think that'll
be a thing.
Hopefully that'll happen at some point. But
there you go. You heard it here first, Twitch.
TwitchCon, please, TwitchCon in Asia.
They're like, that's what we need. Okay, so we got your cables kind of cleaned up right now.
It looks beautiful.
So we just got it like nice and clean, so that way, and we pulled all the cables.
And then there's the back panel, so it's like you're not gonna see it anyways.
We brought them taut so that even from the front it looks good. What we're gonna do is put in your really ridiculous hard drive that you have. The world's most powerful, thickest drive ever.
Thick.
Okay, so what we're gonna do to put this in, because they do it a little bit differently here, is go ahead and grab your very long screwdriver. And you're gonna remove those 4 screws.
Mm-hmm. Even now, like I feel very, I know I'm like supposed to be focused on this, and like I am to some degree, but my head is constantly looking up at the chat because I like to keep.
You like to keep in the know. You want to know what they're thinking.
My people, and I recognize, the names.
Everybody's going with Excalibur.
I want to hang out.
So the Genshin Impact in terms of is there like a end to the story at some point in time, or is it no? Is it done twists and turns to the point where you're like, it's just gonna come off? Yeah, that's why.
There will be, in 7 years.
Really? That's what they said?
Yeah, theoretically the story is not going to end for a very long time. But I think the popularity of the game will influence how long the story lasts.
Yeah. So if it's really popular forever, you'll never know the end.
Yeah, because they want people to keep pulling for characters.
they're watching right now, being like, "Man, we want 2,000 to turn into $20,000."
Yeah, it's interesting to see how, because gacha games, and you're familiar with the term, I'm sure, is like they make money based on keeping people engaged, not just in the story, but in the universe and in the characters. Like, they want you to fall in love with, like, they want like attachment to the characters, so that you pull for them, and hopefully they hope that you spend money to get them. So it's interesting to see how that plays into the story as a whole. Like, we all want this, we want the answers, but if we get the answers too quickly, like, we'll theoretically lose interest in the story. So it's interesting to see how those two things
kind of marry.
Yeah.
So I'll hand you this. And what you want to do is you want to slide that down into here.
Like this?
Yep. Do the top slot though. Yeah. Just so we have some room there. There we go.
Everything fits together so nicely. It's very satisfying.
It's like adult Lego.
Yeah.
Okay, so now
What
we're
do
going
you
to
mean?
take these.
Legos are for adults.
Yeah.
I love Legos.
Okay, so these, what you're going to do is you're going to take these, and there's screw holes, and you're just going to screw one into each one of those screws. I'm going to get these out of your way.
Legos, but the thing you get at the end is actually high stakes Legos. How about that? Can you push it more this way?
There you go.
Righty tighty.
Cool. You know how many people have to say that on stream? Like every time we've done that, like the righty tighty, lefty loosey.
I actually,
Some people actually
can't. I don't. That's like one thing I've never been able to commit to memory is left and right.
Oh, really?
So.
I know some people do this.
I can't do it. Yeah.
Do you do that?
I do. For some reason, I snap. I snap with my left hand, and I think the consciousness of like this is harder for me than this reminds me that this is my left hand.
Okay.
Because I know I'm right-handed, but it's very it's got
some people always do. Hey, you know this trick though, right?
I do know the trick. Yeah. For some reason, that's not what I do. Even though it seems like the best way.
Not everybody knows the trick. You never know. And then I think the last thing that is always interesting is like when you think about mobile games, you don't think of people having these long-term relationships with many mobile games.
Yeah.
So do you feel like that's unique to Genshin Impact?
I feel like I don't know enough game history to really answer that question. But it's amazing to see how and like there are people who only play Genshin on their phones, and like Genshin definitely appeals to a younger audience,
right?
In some ways, although I think there's enough for everybody. But a lot of kids don't have PCs, and don't have maybe even PlayStations, but a lot of people do dedicatedly play on their phone. So, oh my gosh.
Do you think of it as a mobile game or no?
No, not really, because it's beautiful. It's not like you lose anything from playing. It's completely optimized for PC, so I wouldn't. It is a mobile game, but it's not.
What do you think? What do you think it is about the game that your audience finds most interesting about it? Do you think it's the stories? Do you think it's how you react to the stories? Is it your love of milk that they?
Milk. It's definitely the milk.
The waifus. The waifus. We actually had somebody have to.
Probably the characters.
Yeah, the characters.
Yeah. It's probably we've been talking about milk and how
it was one of the episodes that we
milk.
The episodes that I actually watched where we were talking about milk and you were like, milk is bad, and then like, it was just like I was like, wow, okay.
I was just talking about how like overhyped milk is as like the best source of calcium for your bones, and like you must drink milk, but the thing is you don't, and you know. Okay, but that being said, I love cheese, so I'm glad milk exists. But we don't need to drink milk. You know what I'm saying?
I gave you your platform.
I've shared my message about
You've shared your message. We can check that off of your contract. That was like your big contract negotiations. Like you need to be able to tell people the story.
Do you want to plug your channels and your socials? No, I want to talk about milk.
Okay, I think this is supposed to clip in.
Oh,
sorry, I'm just trying to see.
Have you heard of Jilk?
No, what is that?
Chad, do you want to tell him what it is? I think it's orange juice and milk.
Yuck. That's a thing?
Apparently people drink it.
Are you more happy about
Orange
drinking? Yeah, I guess not. Okay.
I can just start. Like,
Yeah,
going.
I think it just goes in. I think it's just a standoff to keep it from the bottom.
Okay, that's one. I'll do one on the other side,
Okay.
so you don't have to hold it.
Okay, and we have code 6, by the way, FTW3 Ultra. Notice that I get these ones very easily because they have to do
not
with.
the Furuyama
Yeah, I'm like, wait.
Hoyo verse.
Code 7 is Jilk. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's not. It's not.
It's not joke.
Orange juice. It's yeah. Well, I guess it is. I guess you're right. It is. It is a creamsicle. You're absolutely. I never thought of it that way. That is actually a good way to think of it because it's no different than an orange creamsicle, which is basically except for the cream is cold and yeah.
Oh no, joke is valid.
Like we've just shattered her world.
No.
I also was listening to you guys talk about how hard it was to make almond milk. You guys had a whole milk discussion.
Yeah, almond milk is very good for you, but it's like it's like takes a ton of water to make it. So my personal preference is oat milk.
Yeah.
The texture is amazing.
I think we're good. I think there's only 4.
Oh,
You're good. If
Good
you
for
want to just
lattes.
keep putting screws in different places, let me
Yeah,
know. If you're just like, I'm just going to keep screwing things in everywhere. It's like, I'm just like, yeah, we actually had all the extra screws she found a place for. No idea why, but she did.
It's like a little game.
It's like a
Easter
little game.
eggs.
It's funny. What did you do before streaming? So you did TikTok, which you've now abandoned, and your audience just cries. Like I went to your TikTok channel, it's just people crying the whole time. They're all crying. So what made you make TikTok videos in the first place? And like, have you just always wanted to be a content creator, or?
No.
Wow. Don't look so judgy.
Sorry.
I'm like, wow. I'm just asking you a question. She's like,
how dare you ask me that question as a content
what is
creator?
this? This is not even something that's real. Yeah.
No, TikTok, it was kind of just easy, like doing TikTok trends and stuff, and I for a short time I did like kind of introspective, I don't even know what to call them. Inner monologues, I think is what I called them, but they're just, I would write memoir and then I'd film and then I'd create like a video. But yeah, so I did that for a little while, and then once I started to see the benefits of YouTube, I started to move away from TikTok. Yeah, I miss inner monologues. Maybe I've thought about bringing them back, but
Doing
see.
inner monologues.
Yeah. So do you read any memoir? Like,
I have. I mean, like, you know.
So it's kind of like memoir video.
Okay. And is that when you think about what kind of, I didn't know you had YouTube, so what kind of content is on your YouTube channel?
It's mostly Genshin content, yeah. Okay. So it's like I'll think of an idea that I want to film, and then I'll film it on my Twitch channel, and then I'll send it to an editor, and
then they'll edit it out.
Yeah, for YouTube.
Okay, so now guys, we're going to start putting the actual cooler together. So that's the next step here.
The unreleased.
The unreleased beast.
The
beast cooler. So we're getting all this stuff out. So a couple things that are changed from this. Oh, so we do have the cables that go through this. Okay, so that's good to know. So I'm just kind of, given that this is unreleased, I'm learning as I go here with all of the stuff that has to go with it. And so just kind of pulling it out. It is big.
Boy.
360 millimeter AIO. Okay, so let's push this off to the side. There we go. Give you some room.
Okay,
so now we're gonna get your cooler set up.
Nice.
So this is gonna go in like this. Just wanna make sure the fans, okay, so here, why don't you peel those? Peel some fan stuff here. Save all the bags. There's that.
I like peeling.
You like peeling?
I like peeling.
You're like, I am. It's you find it appealing.
I find peeling appealing. while I'm peeling.
Okay. Okay, we got that ready. You're gonna, we'll peel that one last. And then we got this one. So these are all the stuff that's extra. Okay, cool.
It's very therapeutic.
It is therapeutic, I agree. Oh, there's a lot of peels on this.
Yeah.
So what did you do? What was your career?
Right. I forgot that was the question.
Yeah,
you
like what
actually
I was like, what was your career before the whole thing, right?
Yeah, so let's see. I worked in marketing.
Okay.
So I worked at a t-shirt company.
Okay.
Like a custom t-shirt company. And I started as a junior marketer, and then I made it up to marketing director.
Okay.
And then when COVID hit, basically no one was ordering t-shirts.
Okay.
So there was no one to really, the orders just like stopped coming in because the world like completely froze.
Right.
So that's when I started taking content seriously. But yeah, marketing definitely taught me a lot of essential knowledge to figuring out, like, taking everything I learned from marketing, like email marketing, Instagram, a little bit of Twitter, and translating that into marketing myself and like my content, how to get people into Twitch streams. So.
And do you think that stuff helped?
Oh yeah, definitely helped.
So what are some of the things that you think that you took from basically marketing that you think helped you tremendously?
I think one of the biggest principles that I took away from it was to, when you're trying to persuade someone in a direction,
Okay.
whether it be to buy a product or to watch a stream or to watch a video, it's so important. And strangely, a lot of advertisers miss this, a lot of companies miss this, is that the way you speak and present needs to be viewer focused. So I think a lot of creators get stuck because they are trying to, it's almost like they become too self-focused and don't think about
The people they're
what am I
streaming to?
offering to like the person that who's going to watch my stream or watch my YouTube videos. Like, why should anyone, there's no reason for someone to care about me. Like, I'm not special. Like, I'm not some incredibly, like, I'm good at my job, but I'm not like a genius or something. I make content, I play games. But I think what sets apart a creator who succeeds and one who stagnates is that the successful creator is focused on providing
A service?
you know what you give to an audience, and that takes time to figure out, like, what do I have to offer that people want? Okay, and now let me figure out what those things are. Let me figure out how to put those into everything I do.
Okay.
And I think times that I've stagnated in my content, like my videos haven't gotten as many views, is when I've gotten in my own head too much almost, and been too
Self-focused?
just self-focused. Like the moment you start thinking that everything you touch turns to gold is the moment you will start stagnating.
Crap. That's where I am right now. Just kidding.
I needed to hear this
I
today.
need to hear this today. This is a big moment for me.
Yeah, I think humility and confidence together is like the recipe for success. And also not taking yourself too seriously. There's so many things I've learned about content, but from a marketing perspective, it's important to define, at least to yourself, what do I offer, and how can I bring value to the person who's watching?
Right.
And then making sure, like, meditating on that, writing it down, like running everything I do through that, like, mental
Mantra,
list.
almost?
Yeah, mantra. So
Wow.
yeah.
Okay, well, now we're going to go through the mantra of screwing in all these screws that I've
Great.
nicely placed together for you.
I like this. I like doing. I like anything that I just don't have to think too much about sometimes, because this is just like, let me just put a screw in a cooler and I don't have to use my brain.
Well,
It's very
the good
nice.
thing is like it's just not too painful. I mean, I don't know. That's the thing. It's like not painful isn't the right thing. It's just I don't know. It's therapeutic, right? Just to sit there and just kind of start doing and
see it come together. Yeah. It's rewarding too.
So did you go to school for marketing then?
I studied communication in college, so I kind of hopped around. I initially wanted to teach English overseas.
Oh wow! Okay.
For kind of, I still don't really even know what happened, but that passion just kind of faded.
Okay.
And I wasn't sure what to do with my life. So I just started taking whatever class interested me, and marketing was one of them, like overview marketing. Persuasion, rhetoric was one of the classes that really interested me. And it all just, initially it came together with, I love words and I love communication, I love art, and I don't know. I have so many different things that I'm interested in, and I felt like marketing is where that all kind of collided, is like understanding a product, understanding I keep wanting to say viewer, but that's not the right word for products. Buyer? What's
you
the
mean your customer?
Customer. That's what I was looking for. And understanding how do I communicate with that customer in a way that this product benefits your life, and how to do that with integrity.
And do you feel like that's important in streamers nowadays, integrity? Because it feels like that's something that not a lot of people sometimes seem to keep anymore.
Yeah.
Drama!
It's very important, especially with creator relationships.
Right.
Because there are a lot of social climbers and people who very transparently want to just
use you for use them for who they are or whatever it is.
And those aren't genuine relationships, and
So who are some of your favorite folks that you've collaborated with that's in the Genshin community? Because I know you probably have some, right?
Yeah, so let's see, man. Atsu, or Asian Guy Stream, is one of my really good friends, and his wife, Nekopi. Let's see. I've collaborated with Tectone. I've collaborated with Tawanto.
He's such a nut.
Yeah, he's very, very creative. Let's see. I've collaborated with Saikyo. I don't know. I collaborate with Anthony Chen. I don't know how familiar you are with the Genshin.
Not at all.
Verse.
Nope. It's funny because I got my introduction, and it's funny because you did a much better job of helping me understand it. Tectone was basically he was it's pretty much about the waifus and that's all. And I'm like, okay. And then I was like, well, I don't know if I'm going to play that. And but you made it sound like it's story, and I'm like, oh, cool, story. I like story.
Well, I think that's one of the cool things about it, is that there's so many different components of the game that you can, if you really like lore and you like the lore of the universe, there's so many side quests, and there's so many each item that you receive in the game has a paragraphs of really, really in-depth lore. So if you like the gacha part, you can just focus on that. If you like the story, you can focus on that. If you like exploration and events and stuff, there's lots of different ways to play it.
Okay, now let's take out this part. Okay, so we're here at the top. We actually, if you want to grab the big long screwdriver, there you go. And there's four screws. There's four screws.
So we are removing.
Yep. And we're removing. And remember how I had you do all those screws? Yeah, we're going to take them out and then do it again.
Let's go!
Because I just wanted to have you get more of your moments of
I need practice.
There you go. Just get practice of that. I forgot that there's a unique way to install the... You're all good.
Why does it feel like it's going? Oh, that's because I'm
going
the wrong way.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to snap. I thought it was gonna happen.
So hi,
do you stream much with your husband? Because he also does Genshin Impact.
Yeah, we've started streaming more together. Well, we didn't have good enough internet for it in the past, but we do now, where we can both stream at the same time. So we're venturing into that part.
And then how was he like? Was he like a pretty serious streamer before you were a streamer, or like?
He streamed a lot. Yeah, he definitely like helped me get my start. But he has a lot of different passions. He's working toward opening a coffee shop now.
Oh wow!
So, yeah, but he does like he's gotten more back into streaming in the last like year or so.
Okay, so this is the bracket that we're basically supposed to put this on. So
Okay.
this is going to go like this. So, but one of the things I forgot is we put this in between, so it's a little bit unique to this case, which sometimes happens. So I'm just going to quickly remove all this. Luckily, these screws are actually really nice screws. By the way, so far my installation review of this cooler is like they did a lot of like just really nice things in terms of putting it together. Like most of the time you'll have like long screws, but they have like almost these nice thick ones that are just easy to kind of pop in, which is pretty cool. And then the fans have like a rubber RGB, but the thing is that the cool thing that's nice about it is that that means that the fins, which is the part that actually RGB has a tendency to suffer the performance of the fins, you're not going to have that problem.
Oh wow!
So
It's the little things.
It is the little things, but it just means that more than likely, like, I mean, obviously we haven't tested this, but more than likely the cooler for this is just going to run very, very well.
You weren't kidding about having me redo the screws. What
No,
happened?
well, it's because we have to put this bracket in between the fans and the screws. So it's yeah.
Got it. That's why it didn't come together, right?
Yep, exactly.
To put something in between.
Yeah, you have to put something in between. So I'm going to do this. This is always always a thing that you want to do. We're going to put this in like this. We're going to see that this goes in like this. We're just going to figure out the best way to do that. So that should be fine. Okay, so there we go.
Okay.
So that's going to go there.
And then the fans go underneath.
Underneath, yep.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so we're just going to turn this over like this. If you want to hold it, and just go ahead and set it down. And then the fans are going to go like,
Wow.
that's our little cooler. The fans
So
are going to
pretty.
go like this
All right.
towards the back. Okay, now that we have all this all hooked up,
What is this case called?
the NZXT and the H710i.
H710i.
Yeah, and so we should have people. There are folks. We'll go through the specs here in a minute. Where once we get the AIO in, we'll probably take a short break, and then we'll come back, and then we'll finish. We're pretty close to finishing the build. But we'll probably
Wow.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see it all light up.
It actually goes pretty quick once you kind of get. This is kind of like the 3/4 mark, is when you get this in.
Wow. Because then we have the graphics card.
Yep, and then the PSU, and then that's it.
Power.
And because we're not using cable extensions for a lot of this, because of how the board sits, it actually makes it a little bit faster.
Oh,
so
nice. Here, I can help with this.
there we go. Let you take some of those. I'll do
Steal.
this side. You just line it. You gotta kind of check to make sure they go in there. You don't want to puncture the radiator.
Ooh, yeah. I see.
So just making sure they line up. There we go. Right there.
Can't tell, honestly.
If it screws in there, you're good. You can just put it in there.
Nice.
Screw it in. Yep, there you go. Okay, cool. And then I'll let you re-screw those in, and now,
Okay.
the good thing is we don't have to worry about this now, which is because it's already mounted. A little bit different. There we go.
This makes me want to get into like, what is those like coloring books? Those like really complicated
Oh, the
coloring
ones that like
books.
take forever to
Yeah.
like to color. So are you guys? So you right now you guys? Oops, you gotta. Yeah, you lost it.
Lost them.
So right now you guys are based out of where?
We were in the LA area for a while, but we've moved just a bit outside of LA.
Okay. So is that because you now have better internet and stuff like that? Is that
Yeah.
where you think you're going to stay for a while?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're in the general area we're in. I think we'll stay in that
Cool.
region.
And do you guys have family and stuff that are all basically? Are you guys close to family? Or did you guys move out? Or
We're close to some family, not not everybody.
Okay, cool. And then do you have anybody else in your family who also streams, or is it just, like, what do they think of you as a streamer?
My immediate family and like my husband's, like our whole immediate family definitely respects and supports it, which is very cool. My parents have always been very eager to like support whatever,
Right.
as long as it,
Makes
wasn't
sense.
ridiculous.
Yeah, you're like within the realm of reasonable, then we're actually
There was
okay.
a time when I think it was a sophomore in high school, where I told my parents that I like really wanted to be a hairstylist, and I was like, what if I go to like trade school instead of college? And they were, I think they handled it well, because they were like, we're totally cool with you being a hairstylist, but you're gonna go to college first. Like you're gonna get your degree. So
My parents were kind of the same way. They were like, I was like, well, I want to do computer science, and I want to get in games. They're like, yeah, that's great. We're fine with it, but you're going to be an engineer. I'm like, oh, okay. And so like, we're fine with you doing whatever it is after you get your engineering degree. You can do a second degree. That's fine. I was like, okay. So then I had to get my engineering degree. We're going to move
Are
this
you glad
down.
you got your engineering degree?
No, I never used it. Nope, I was an electrical engineer and computer science double major. Never
my
used my
gosh.
engineering at all.
That's.
But you know what? Honestly, whatever. If that's what it took.
You're here now, so.
I'm here now, having nothing to do with engineering or even computer science. Well, computer science probably does, but
when you say computer science, I don't even really know what that means.
it's coding, programming. So I was I was a code. Yeah, we just got to move it down a little bit. This is just called final placement to get it right.
Oh.
So we have to just move it down a little bit. And this happens, little loose, but it's just loosening it. It's not removing it all the way.
Nice.
These are the little things, guys. The little things that make builds look good and fit together nicely. And
So they didn't want you to do computer science.
no, yeah, they thought there was no money in computers at the time. They're like,
Oh
there's
my gosh.
money, there's no money in computers.
Boy, were they wrong.
And then I was like, it was like one of those things that like,
This one, I think still.
not, that one. But it's funny because my dad is now part of my team, and so he actually. But I remember even at my wedding, like with all the games and stuff that we played, he was like, yeah, I don't know if I didn't think you were actually going to do anything. He's like, but then I was wrong. It was pretty funny.
This is like the funniest thing to hear in hindsight, that there's no money in computers.
But yeah, no, it was interesting. I like my parents. It's like the same thing though. It's like parents want to do what's best for their kids, right? At the times, which is always super fun. So and I appreciate that, because that just means that they care. I'd rather have that versus the opposite of like, yeah, you do whatever you want.
Yeah,
I don't
do
care.
whatever you want.
Yeah, you're like, no, I appreciate it. So going
Yeah, I
from there.
appreciate my parents had a good balance of like guiding me and correcting me, but also letting me be myself.
Make your mistakes, learn your things.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we got this in the right place now. Just a little bit of trial and error sometimes, guys. We kind of figure this out.
Go. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. Did
I
your
think my
mom
mom's in
ever?
chat.
Did she ever go in chat?
Yeah, she's
that's
like really
awesome.
active.
Yeah, my
Mama Dish.
everybody. I always think it. And I'd love to get chat's feedback on this. Everybody always loves it when the family comes in, like because I have my wife when Robey 2. Everybody calls her Robey 2. So when she comes in, and everybody's like, oh, but you guys, I think it's you guys like it too. Yeah, Mama Dish. So there it is. Hey, so guess what? It is in. We're good.
Yes.
It looks good.
Okay. Nice.
We have one. Ooh, what? Except for that's for the little bit there. Just making sure everything looks great. Okay,
So that
now
means we're 3/4 of the way through.
we are 3/4 of the way through. We're gonna get this mounted.
Wow.
So you're gonna take and put these 4 screws back on.
Okay.
So you're just gonna pop that back in. They're gonna go right in the same place.
So how did you start in game development?
Well, it was funny. I don't think that one goes there.
Oh.
No. Let's go ahead and take that out.
There we go.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
It's gonna go down here.
Oh man, it fits so nicely.
Yeah, I know it did, but it's all good. What actually happened for me is I went to a military school. So I was actually going to be a fighter pilot.
Oh wow.
Was my whole plan originally, and then in between my junior and senior year, things kind of changed, and so then I ended up coming out here and working for IBM.
Oh, okay.
where nobody uses IBM products in Seattle. They all use Microsoft products. So that company was like, yeah, this isn't really working for us. I was like, yeah, it doesn't work for me either. So what I did is I had some guys who, I was selling Dreamcast games on eBay. And I met a guy who was the head Xbox test engineer for the Xbox before the Xbox had even come out. And I was like, well, dude, I want to work in games. Like, that's what I wanted to do. I was like, how do I do this? He's like, well, what was your degrees in? And this is where it was helpful. Mom and Dad, this is where it was helpful.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
He was like, I was like, electrical engineering and computer science. He's like, wow, that'll do. So
Hey, it worked out.
hold on. Okay, good. Just making sure that's in the right place.
Not
Okay,
this
good.
one, the outer one.
So he was like, oh, cool. Well, why don't you go interview? So I went and interviewed. I didn't get a job in that. I got a job working on Windows Media Player for Windows. And then, so I did that for about 7 months and then got hired on full-time at Microsoft. Was at Microsoft working on Windows Media Player for about 1.5 years. And then I transferred over to Xbox and then worked on Xbox from then on. And I've worked on Fable, Halo, Forza, Age of Empires, just a ton of different games.
Age of Empires, is that from Empire Earth?
No, Age of Empires was like the
Something else?
Yeah, the start. Yeah, so I've been on stage for E3 for Xbox, all sorts of things like that. And then I wasn't even going to be a streamer. I wasn't even going to be a game streamer. Kind of like you. People were like, I was doing a bunch of hosting and stuff for Xbox, and people were like, I started building PCs for charity.
Oh, cool.
You're gonna go right there. Yep, right there.
Thank you.
I started doing PCs for charity, and I got a bunch. I made some friends like Luke Lafrien from LTT and stuff like that, and they were like, and then Newegg was like, hey, you're pretty good at this whole PC building thing. Why don't you? And they wanted to start like a. Do you remember Mixer? I don't know if you remember Mixer.
I remember Mixer.
Yeah, so I was on Mixer because Microsoft bought Mixer.
Yeah.
And so I was on Mixer. Yep, that looks right. And I started streaming. We had a show called Power Builds where I was doing with another Xbox person at the time called Brenna Duffett. And then they bought Ninja, and there was no room for in programming anymore. So they were like, and then Newegg was like, hey, you're pretty good at this. Why don't you just do this as a thing? And so then I did it for a little while, and then we went from like, in a year, we went from 0 people to about 130,000 on YouTube.
Gosh. Wow.
And then they were like, I was like, wow. And then so I did that for about 2 years, and I was like, well, I've done 20 years at Xbox. Why don't I just become a full-time content creator, just like you? And then here we are, building PCs together.
Yes.
Hey, by the way, good job on this. Look at this. Look at what you have done. Like, outside of me doing cable management, you have built all of this.
Well, yeah, I couldn't have done it without you guiding me every step of the. Yes, I'm having fun.
This is good. I mean, the thing I love,
it all come together.
When you're done, you will be like, yeah, no, I did all this. So we're gonna go ahead and lay it down, just like you were doing. You're good. You're like taking action, because we're gonna mount the cooler now.
I was. Oh gosh, it's so heavy.
Yeah, it's only gonna get heavier once we add everything.
It.
Yes, it is.
It'll be worth the wait.
Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we need to, and the reason we're doing this is we need to get the hoses on the top to make sure that the screen is in the right direction.
Right,
now,
okay.
Here's the deal. The screen, well, you can rotate it in software, but when we turn it on, we want the screen to be the right way. So that's what we're working on right now. Now, there is some question of whether this will fit. It's always the thing with motherboards is like whether it puts pressure on the RAM. We think it's gonna work.
Okay.
So that's what we're gonna do here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna disconnect this. I'm gonna stick this in and see.
Right, because you don't want it to push.
You don't want it to push
the
too
RAM.
much, but we might, a lot of times, like, yeah, see, that seems to be, what do you think? Pushing it,
I can't really see it from here.
pushing pretty hard. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. I think we're gonna have to do this. Yeah, that's too much. Okay, so we will, I wish we could, but we're gonna have to rotate that in software, guys.
Okay.
So when we turn it on, it will be sideways, but it's okay because you can change it in software. Just as an FYI, and I know it doesn't matter how many times we say that.
You'll be like, you
You'll
put it
still
in
be
wrong.
like, it's in
sideways.
wrong. And the sad thing is Henry Cavill. You know what Henry Cavill is? Yeah. So he built a PC, and he put his he put his on, and then in the end he could have rotated it in software too. So it's like, he ended up taking the whole thing apart to fix it.
Oh gosh.
And it was like, oh man, you could have just changed it with software. So. Robey, it's sideways. Thank you, Unusual Steez. Appreciate it. That's what we're talking about. Everybody's like, it's sideways.
Fix it.
It's not fixed. Everybody's already going there. Okay, so what you're gonna do is take this screwdriver and go ahead and tighten all 4 of those. There you go. Just tighten them all the way down until they stop.
Is it moving? Yeah, it is. So your career path has changed a few times.
Actually, it's only been 2. It was like
Two.
basically, I mean, like I basically worked at Microsoft, and then I became a content creator. Outside of that, like I was like college was like you. Like I had what I wanted to do, but they changed requirements for pilots in between my junior and senior year. From you had to stay in
That's
for
exactly
4 years.
what happened to me.
Yeah, to 10 years. So I was like, oh. I was like, I don't know if I want to
It's
stay
like
in the
wind
mil-
out of your
Yeah.
sails.
I was like, I don't know if I want to stay in the military for that long. And so I had a lot of really smart people who helped me think about that stuff and then made the decision instead to go do tech. And it's funny because like in my will, when I was in high school, you know, you ever write those high school wills where you're like, anyway, it was like an
I have it,
obituary or whatever it
actually.
was, but it's like your vision statement. And I said I wanted to work at Microsoft and own an island. And I did work at Microsoft.
Hey,
so it was like
that's
that
50%
worked.
there.
Yeah, 50%. The
Hey,
island
man.
thing, I don't know. That seems like a lot of work. I think I'm okay with that one.
It's
But
possible. Anything
But
is
yeah.
possible.
yeah.
Okay, I think that's
There you go.
there?
Okay, so what we're gonna do, we have one more thing. Well, yeah, we have one more thing we're going to do now. First thing we're gonna figure out is where this goes. So let's figure this out, because this has got to get plugged
Okay.
in. And we're looking for the attachment for this. It might be on the screen.
Robeytech Island next.
Yeah, you guys ready for
What about an Animal Crossing island?
Okay, so it looks like this probably goes on. We're just trying to figure out where the connect. There's usually a thing on the, but it might be on here. So it's it's on here. Okay, cool. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put this fancy screen on.
Ooh.
And here
okay.
is the. So this is the display, and it will be sideways. So, but people will tell me that anyway.
It's sideways.
It's sideways.
Please fix it.
Please, we will.
We'll fix it
In
before
the
we take the
precision software.
pictures.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this on.
Wow. Okay.
And then this is going to run all this stuff up. And then from here, then we'll basically have everything. All we have to do now is put in our PSU and our GPU, and then we're kind of done.
Wow. I see the purpose of the white strip here to cover all of this cord. That's like kind of.
It looks like we got to run this, kind of like that.
At least like these cords, like these braided cords, they're cool looking, honestly.
Yeah, I actually like. I'm a huge fan of.
Yeah, like
EVGA
I mean, a
giving
lot
us-
of even these PCs we have in the back. There's a lot of cords showing, but it's like aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah,
cords.
I like that. I like that term. That's like the right term for this. But I don't want to break the only one in America that we're dealing with. There we go. Okay.
Please.
Okay, there we go. So we got our cable in. Okay, so this is all. This is going to run up and through here, and then we'll make it look pretty.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to work on right now. And then this will all hook up to the other stuff later on.
People keep complimenting the motherboard.
The motherboard
It's
is
beautiful.
legit. I have to like you have the right and the freedom to compliment the motherboard. I give you permission.
Dark Kingpin motherboard.
Yeah, the Dark Kingpin motherboard plus this ridiculous cooler and everything else. Like, it's like huge shout out to EVGA for hooking you up with such a great system. And you're like, yes, shout out to them.
Yes, sir. Worship the motherboard.
Now the motherboard's nuts.
Lick the motherboard.
Don't do that. Don't do that. No, we're not gonna lick the
No.
motherboard. Let's not give bad advice on the show, guys.
You have to lick your motherboard to make sure it works.
That is not a good idea. Please don't do that. That is not actual. That is not actual good advice. I can actually literally see Jacob back there sweating right now. He's like, "Don't lick the motherboard."
ModMondays does not endorse
Licking of
licking
motherboards.
the motherboard.
Okay, so let's get this little part cleaned up so we actually make it look really clean right here. This is just all part of
It's
making
also
your build,
seamless.
make your build look nice. We want your build to look pretty. Like, that's important, right?
I would also like it to look pretty. I know it's about the specs and stuff, but
No, it's not.
it's really about the
It's
the pretty.
There's so many times I'll take commissions from people and they're like, yeah, so my budget is $2,500 and I want a Lee & Lee 011 Dynamic. And I'm like, okay, well that's $400 in fans. They're like, yep, I'm
Yeah.
okay with a 3060. I just want a Lee & Lee 011. You're like, okay, whatever, your PC. Like, who needs specs when it looks good? If it looks fast, it is fast, right?
Exactly. That's how it works, right?
Thank you, Blondie, for the support.
This is all good, but come on, it's gotta be
It's
beautiful.
gotta be beautiful. Okay, so there we go. See how we made that look really nice?
Yeah, with the zip ties.
And we'll
Nice.
just- So then what you do, once you have those in, We'll just rotate these around,
Right.
and then you won't even know they're zip ties. It just look like little. Look at that.
Sneaky.
It's magic.
This is magic. Wow, it already looks so beautiful, even without any
And then we'll have that
lights.
white bar here, which will cover all this other stuff, so it'll actually look really, really clean when we're all said and done.
Can you tell me what this is?
That's the exhaust fan. So that's the fan for the exhaust.
Oh.
So that's what we're, and then we'll have one more that'll go right here. That's your CPU fan, which will run this.
And the numbers?
Oh, this is
Yeah.
Dr. Debug. We call it Dr. Debug. This is basically, it will do things like it'll tell you temperature, but it'll also do things like if there's an error, it shows an error code. So it's like, this is what's wrong with your PC.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
So yeah, that is what it is. It's actually very nice. I wish every single PC or motherboard came with it because it makes it really easy to diagnose problems. Okay, so let's
Dang,
flip
thing
this
is
over.
everything.
And then we're gonna get, so we'll run, this is your fan for your, oh crud. No, this is, sometimes it's always, oh actually it'll be okay. This is gonna go up here. Always running. Okay, that actually looks okay. Okay. So now we have all of our cables, and once we are done with this, then we'll take our break.
And when we put the cover on,
You will
no
not see
one's
it,
gonna know.
but I always make it look pretty back here anyway.
That's probably good for
You're
organization
you're
purposes.
absolutely right. Nobody will know, but I will know.
Man, I'm such a like minimum effort, maximum results person.
You're
that
like-
if
you're
I
like-
don't have to cable manage it,
You're like, I'm okay with it.
I'm not doing it.
Okay, so what we have is we have 3 fans here.
That's why you're the PC builder.
I
And
wonder if
I'm,
there's a, I think this might be a, I think that might be a pump header. Okay, so we'll figure that. I might have to run the pump header a little bit different. This is all new, brand new.
Antenna.
By the way, no manual for this. This is all brand new. But we're figuring it out as we go.
Wow. I can't, man. I can't even imagine trying to do this by myself.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you finish hooking this stuff up because now this stuff is easy. Okay, so these, this one you're gonna hook up, that's gonna go in one of these.
One, doesn't matter.
Yep, it doesn't matter, yep. These are just, it's a splitter running off of your fan header. And what this is gonna, what essentially this does is this will, as your CPU temperature goes up, as it gets warmer, these fans will spin faster. So that's just, and they'll spin at the same speed. So this is just running off of the splitter.
Oh.
So that's gonna go on that one.
That's what happens every time I open Premiere Pro.
Exactly. Yeah, this one hopefully potentially will not be that loud.
That is very exciting. A quiet PC is.
Okay, now this
blessing.
one is gonna run into here. So that you're gonna plug that into there.
Okay.
Just like that, yep.
So much snapping.
Yep. Okay, now interesting thing here is they actually give you a fan header. So what I'm gonna hope here is that I think actually I can run all the fans off of this, and then this will go into the CPU pump. So let's try that. We're guessing, but I'm not
Guessing.
overly worried about it. Okay, so I'm gonna take this out. I'm gonna have you take this right here, and this is gonna plug into here.
Okay.
Should just go in just like that. Yep, perfect.
It's this way?
Yep, just like that. Yep, like the little lip fits in.
Easy.
Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, run this back through here, like that, and then you're not gonna fall out. You're not gonna fall out. You're not gonna fall out. You're gonna go right here. There we go. Cool. Okay, now, so our thing is completely hooked up. This last thing, you remember that little connector we had to hook them from the side? You do the same thing with this one.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the best way for you to be able to see it. But that is going to go right next to it.
Oh.
I wonder if the best way, we did it this way. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. It's all fine, guys. Okay, I'm going to bring you over here to the side, and then you're going to plug this right here into next to this one right there. You can see it right there. You see it? And it should have
This way? Oh gosh. Is it this way? In?
Let me see. Should be this way. Yeah, I think it's this way actually.
Okay.
It'll if you're pushing on it and it doesn't fit. Sorry.
It's okay.
Awkward view, but yeah.
It's a bit awkward.
We got the other one in really easy. I don't know how we didn't get the best view here again.
I am doing.
You're doing fine.
my
Everything's
worst
fine.
out here.
But if it doesn't push in well, then try it the other way.
It fit, but it didn't like pop or anything. Let's see. This matches the other one.
I guess we could pull out the other one real quick and
Oh.
look which direction it is.
I'm missing something.
Let me
You
see.
want? I'm fine if you just want to do it yourself.
You're like, please, please make
I don't want to break it.
We got that other one so easily, and it did not go this time.
Come on. Can do
Maybe
it.
it is this way.
I tried both, but I couldn't see all that clearly, so I'm not 100% sure if I got it or not.
Yeah.
How did we get this so easily
I
last
don't
time?
know. Last time we had like the best view, and this time we. Oh, you know what? It's the hard drive. The hard drive's in the way, so we can't see it as well. And so I'm going to see if I can like peel through, if I can get a good view through here. I see you in here. It's not very. Okay, here, I'm going to try it here. Can you hold this for 1 sec?
Sure.
We're going to try a trick, guys. And luckily we have this new tool on the site that's going to let me see. Okay, so this is called a
Whoa.
light.
A light.
And that light.
That's insane.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the problem.
A
This
light.
light helps. It's a new tool. It's a new thing that makes this a whole lot easier. So,
Wow, I feel like this has so many uses.
the lights.
Like, you know how it gets dark outside? This could solve the whole problem.
Hey, see, with the light.
We need to tell people about this.
Do you guys know about lights?
Have you heard about this technology?
Have you heard about the new lights? These are called lights. Okay, we got it in. The light helped all of it.
Thank you, light.
Thank you, light.
Wow, I'm gonna need one of those.
Okay, so now, guys, we are going to take a quick. We'll do 8 minutes. We'll do an 8-minute break.
8.
We're going to take 8-minute break.
Gotcha.
And then we are going to come back, and then we will finish the build. We've got PSU. We've got to plug in your hard drive. You kind of need that, right? You
Yeah,
probably want that, right?
I think so.
Yeah, and then we're going to put in our GPU, and then we'll basically turn it on. So we'll be back in 8 minutes, guys. See you guys in just a few. What did you do on your break? Let's talk about it.
Let's see, I had 1 Chips Ahoy cookie,
Okay.
and I had apple juice.
Okay, so there it is, guys.
Back to full-
just like kindergarten.
full power.
Just like kindergarten. You had the kindergarten snack.
Yeah.
Like, did you
Yeah.
like draw a bunny and do like get a sticker on it and stuff like that while you were
Yeah, I
doing it?
scraped up my knee running on
Scraped
the
up my knee.
playground.
It was a good cookie?
It was good, yeah.
There we go. Well, we basically are in really good shape. Let's go through, for those of you who are joining us, it looks like we had a friend of yours raid.
Yeah, thanks, Aunt, for the raid. Hi,
And-
Aunt Sharon. Bye.
And the EVGA also raided us, so they were done
Oh.
streaming. They were like, wait, this takes way longer than we thought it did to build a full PC. I was like, EVGA, come on. You should know how long it takes to build a PC. So anyway, thank you very much, everybody who's here.
Welcome.
Let's walk through the parts that are inside of this PC today, so you can see what we're building, this super OP, you get like that pinned up anxiety about turning this whole thing on. Are you excited?
I'm excited. I am nervous that like one thing is going to be wrong
Yep.
and like it's
It'll be
not
your
going to
fault.
light up. It'll be my fault because I built it.
So far you've built 3/4 of a PC. You had never done it before.
No.
What did you think about the process so far?
It's very therapeutic. The most I've ever done is like, you know, when like your dad is like working on something and you have to like hold the flashlight, like that's the most I've done with PC building in the past. So actually doing it myself and seeing how it all comes together is like, it's very, like it's actually very calming, I feel. Well, at least when you have someone telling you exactly what to do.
So if you needed to host, if you wanted to host one of these episodes next week, you think you'd be good to go?
Of course, yes.
Good.
I've learned
That's what I
everything
thought.
I
mean,
need
you
to
feel
know.
The good thing is like I said, one of the things I really have enjoyed building the PC with you so far is just how confident you are. You're just like you just like started grabbing, putting screws in places that they don't. But you're like,
they
whatever, they go
belong.
here. It's good to go. But it's coming out really awesome, and I'm excited to get to turn it on. And again, we get to see that brand new cooler from EVGA, and in the end, you're going to have a more than powerful enough machine for Genshin Impact.
It'll
for
handle
sure.
Genshin.
Yeah.
That's great.
At 4K or 8K or 12K Ultra, with a bajillion frames per second.
You know
but
what? Genshin is capped at, what is it, 60? No, 120?
Is it 120?
What's the max FPS for Genshin?
Yeah.
This can handle it.
Well, we got Code 7 coming up, by the way,
FPS.
and this is going to be a good one for you, Kirby. Because it was the first game you ever played, right? On the Game Boy.
Yeah, you guys really did your research. I don't know who came up with these codes, but
It was me. I'm just kidding. It
You
wasn't.
guys know a lot. Kirby.
Yeah, we're like, all of a sudden we're like, wait, how did you even know that darkest thought that I've never ever made public? You're like, this is starting to get
this turns
super,
into, like, a
super
horror.
weird, and you're like horror thing, and like in the end,
It turns
you
into
have to
like,
survive to get your PC out of it.
turns into like a horror escape room.
Yeah, you really think 2,900 people are going to watch a PC build? No, you have to survive.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, so now we've started a whole thing. People are like, why is it locked at 60? Way to start that war.
Yeah, 60 on PC. We really don't know.
So here's the thing. Well, actually, it probably has to do with the animation engine. To be honest, guys, especially with I've seen a little bit of the animation, and to be honest, when you start doing draw calls, especially with that kind of animation stuff, can cause all sorts of issues. It's the same. Elden Ring is actually another one that has the same issues. So even though it's 120 on phone, it may actually be very much have to do with phones, especially, you still have a smaller subset of hardware to work with versus on a PC where you have a ton of different ones, drivers, all that sort of stuff. So it actually ends up causing a lot of problematic issues. So there we go. Also, we've heard, and luckily you have been paying attention, a lot of people coming in here and asking us about tech support. Well, luckily, when we get support with cable management, you will just handle all the tech support things.
Now.
She's just gonna. This is like the Genius bar, but not. It's the Intel bar. What do we call it? What is it? What is the Intel version of the tech support thing? So we'll come up Blue Bar or Blues. I don't know. We'll figure out what it is, but we'll get it all figured out, and you're gonna help fix all their PC problems.
Yeah, just like I can help you get into your Genshin accounts.
There you go.
Because I'm a MiHoYo employee. Yep. Or HoYoverse.
Yeah, you're just gonna
Excuse me, HoYoverse.
They're gonna
Intel's
get mad.
Intel.
Intel's Intel. There we go. The Intel's
That's
Intel. I
good.
like that name. That's a good name. We're coming up with great names when they open up their first stores. Going from there. Yeah, exactly. Like we were talking about how people come in and be like, yeah, so I can't get into my Genshin account got hacked. You're like, yep, I'm right on that. I'm
let me just type
pause
it in.
my stream. Pause my stream right now and get that
fix
squared
it
away
for you.
Get that fixed for you. Going from there. Okay, let's go ahead and there's a couple things. There's one thing I wanted to check, and then we'll get to putting in your PSU and everything else. I wanted to see if this white bar would fit over this USB-C right here.
Ooh, that's a pretty
It's
pretty
sticking.
hefty.
It's sticking out there. It's sticking out there.
Oh.
Oh, it looks like it's going to be fine. There it is.
looks
Because we're going to do that outer one, right? I think
let's go.
there you go. I think that's going to be fine.
We got the strip. Let's go.
And then we're going to have to, I think we're going to have to do that lower. The other reason I wanted to do this is I want to make sure that on that lower, like we're going to have to do the lower for your hard drive. So, which is good to know.
Okay.
So,
White strip is very important.
Yes,
for
you were
PC
like that.
performance.
You seemed excited about that. You were like, please, I would like to keep the white strip.
It's very pretty.
Well, we have a bin there. It's easy. It's okay. It happens.
Panic.
Don't panic.
It's bending still. It's still bent. It's still bent.
It's in.
Okay.
I'm trying to get this to be more at a better spot, but I think we might have to run low like this. I think that's just gonna how it's gonna go. Cool. So it's in, and we're good. Okay. So we'll just have to run it low for that. Okay. So we're gonna have to run. We have to grab one cable for you right here. This is for your hard drive.
Okay. Hard drive.
Your hard drive. For all your
For
all of your
everything.
all your graphics.
My pictures. Yeah, all my
Exactly.
memes.
Do you think it's 6 terabytes worth, really? That you have?
Oh, yeah.
Really? No, you're like, no.
I don't think my PC currently has 6 terabytes. But
I was like, wow, that's a lot of.
But that's a lot. There's a lot.
That is a lot.
There's a lot of files in there.
There's a lot of files in there. Okay, so we're gonna put this in the bottom. Okay, so I'll take care of that. We're just trying to get. These are all those little things that we have to figure out just to make sure that they're good. Now the bar will cover all this stuff, which is the greatest part. Okay, so let's run that down. Okay, so I'm just gonna run this through here. Okay, so turn this around and I'll have you plug it into the hard drive.
Yep.
Okay, so right down here, there is a little, see that little L? And then there's a little L on there. That's gonna go right onto that.
Okay.
And the middle goes up at the top.
Got it.
Oh, L. Oh yeah, I see it.
Nice. It's snapped in beautifully.
Yeah, it sounds really good when you actually
Like
put
those
it in
little
that way.
snaps.
Yeah, the snaps are always like so satisfying. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a step out of like when we normally, the order we normally do stuff, just given how this board works. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put in our power cables here, and so then we'll put the white bar down, so then that's just basically all hooked up and ready to go.
Wow. Okay.
So we're gonna
Power
grab our
supply.
power supply. There we go.
Supernova.
Yeah, luckily it doesn't get that hot.
Wow.
Okay, and then we're just opening it up.
I'm feeling.
How you feeling?
I feel good. I mean, this is a long process, but
This is like every stream for me is standing up like this.
oh gosh,
From
I
end to
spend
end.
all my time sitting, so it's very different.
You're getting your workout. Oh, there's going to be a. There you go. Don't get too crazy. Whoa! Don't drop and cut yourself. Yeah. Well, we were going to finish the PC so there was blood everywhere. Cooled by her blood.
Gruesome.
Yeah. Okay, so what actually all we're gonna do is take the cables out. We just need these for now, and then we'll worry about the rest later on.
Okay.
Once we kind of get there. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is grab your power cables. So we'll need the big boy,
Oh wow, that is a big boy.
and then we'll need two little CPU ones, which are in here too. Just gotta find them. There's one. This should be the other one. Okay, cool. There we go. Okay, so this one is going to go like that onto that. Now we may have to unscrew, maybe. No, maybe. Can you get it in there?
Let me.
You might have to unscrew that
give it
and put it in and
try.
then go from there. We're flexing this case to its maximum potential. Is it going in? Do we need to unscrew it?
It is. I'm trying to like move the cords a little bit,
Okay.
but it doesn't look like. Okay, I think I got it.
No,
Okay,
it
let's
has to
unscrew
go
it
in
real
at
quick.
an angle.
Where's our big screwdriver? Where's Excalibur?
Right here.
Okay. Should be able to, I think there's only, is there one? Oh, there's two screws. And of course,
Oh,
the screws
no.
okay. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Even if one, I think we're gonna actually be okay. I'm gonna guess. It depends how they did this. And I will call Andy if they didn't do it nicely. Nope, they did not do it nicely.
Oh no. Okay.
So here's what we're gonna do. Take this. Fun times.
Ooh, this is the third time we're undoing these screws.
Only one fan though.
Oh, only one fan. Okay, good.
Won't be as bad. Just to get this power cable in. But it's all good. It's gonna look great when it's all said and done.
It will come together.
It will look beautiful. This is definitely like the most Scooby-Doo one I've had to do, right? Like in terms of like problem solving. So we've been doing some real-time problem solving here. Okay, good. There we go.
So yeah, is that just because we're working with
It's-
newer
it's-
technology?
It's also the motherboard is. I mean, this motherboard is just is big.
Yeah, yeah.
And because it's big, like there's usually just like extra precautions
Yeah.
to get it to do its thing. But now,
Okay, got
there
it.
you go.
Nice.
And it'll go back on, which is great.
Snap. Nice. Okay, I got a nice, beautiful snap there.
Okay, there we go. Now we'll put this back on. See, and it fits
Nice.
fine.
Okay, yeah.
Little things, little wins. That's what we take. Okay. This is definitely one. I would say this is the part that is definitely nice to have here for a little bit more of the the problem solving thing.
Yeah.
Okay, now, remember everybody's favorite part where we put this the fan back on?
The fan back on again, and then again.
And then again.
What are the chances we have to put this fan?
I'm feeling pretty slim, but you know what? I don't want to jinx it and say that because then I'd be like, oh, we have to take the fan off again.
Maybe it'll be a different fan.
Like we're gonna invent fans to take off.
Wow.
Okay,
So-
at least I'll be honest, like that hooking that going in all the way.
It looks, I mean, it snapped, so.
It's just probably how. Oh, never mind. That's not. Yeah, you did. You got it right. Sorry, just didn't look kind of like on all the way. Okay, here we go. And last screw. There it is. And then I'll let you tighten that down. There you are. More
All right.
I know this is therapeutic for you.
I love this part. I liked it the first time a little bit better, but
The third time, not as much.
it's lost its charm a little
It's
bit.
lost its charm a little bit with the third or fourth time that we've done this.
I can't imagine actually doing this. Like, it's amazing that I'm glad that there are people in the world like you who, I don't know, do you enjoy? You
Oh,
enjoy
yeah,
this
absolutely,
process?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's good.
It's like these are like these new
The problem
case or
solving part as well.
Yeah, the problem solving part is wow. Problem solving part is actually really fun. It's just the thing is, it always blows my mind. Like you'll have like 700, 800, 900 people who will sit there and watch the whole thing. Or like I've done like one build that took 10, almost 11 hours,
Oh my god!
and people were there the entire time.
Because
It was like
you gotta be there to see it all
and so
get done.
You get done, and then like it shows like YouTube,
So you
and
can,
you're
yeah.
you're like, oh yeah, 30,000 people watched that thing. And you're like, for 12 hours, and that's crazy. But I think, it's like, what an incredible community to do that, Okay, so these are our CPU. These are your EPS CPU connections.
Okay.
So you're gonna plug this into there, and then you're gonna repeat that with this one.
Okay. Are these going into two separate?
Nope, they go together.
Turning repeat on.
Okay,
No.
well, don't do that. My phone is playing music.
Oh no, the DMCA,
I stopped it.
they're coming for us.
I was like, what? Thank you, Apple Watch, for turning on random stuff. There you go. Popping it in. Okay, there you go. There's one.
Nice.
Then
done.
now you have this one. Same, goes right below it.
So why is this split?
Because
into two?
sometimes you only have 4-pin, or they actually, it's not every motherboard has two 8-pins. Some of them have an 8-pin and a 4-pin, so they do.
What does an 8-pin do that a 4-pin does not?
This is well, it's how much power for
Okay,
overclocking that you can give to the CPU.
Oh, wow.
Like the more you overclock, the more power it needs, and that's what all these two cables specifically are about, giving power to the CPU. This
Right.
gives power to the rest of the board.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm going to run all this stuff behind, and then we'll put that white bar back on and just make it look pretty.
I feel like I'm gonna be seeing this in my dreams.
This?
Yeah. This would happen to me every time I start a new job. Is I like when the first time I ever worked, like got a real job was a retail job, and I remember like I was going to bed that night after my first 4-hour shift. I could just see like hangers and tags, and like we had to like manually tag everything, so I could see like the tag gun, and I couldn't even sleep.
You were just like seeing it, and like
I closed my eyes and I was back at work.
and you're like, it's sucking my will to live.
I just wanted to sleep.
Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. So that's all through now. Now what we can do is we can go ahead and put our white strip on.
Wow. And there's something that, okay, so this also hooks up because there's the RGB on the back.
Yep, and I want to make sure you have all the RGB for maximum frame rate.
Very important.
Very important. You said that was literally the most important. You're like, I don't even care if the PC works as long as it lights up. I was like, okay. I was like, okay.
No, I just need to be able to run Premiere.
Yeah,
My
that's actually
PC
probably going to be the
screaming at
biggest
me.
thing, right? Like,
It's one of the biggest, like most. Yeah, it's a very big program.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's just a lot of processing.
Okay, there we go. And then now, see like how it like just does a great job
Wow,
of like
it just
holding
lays
all
on
that
there.
lays on there. Okay, so let's
Yeah,
grab our little
beautiful.
screws that were over here.
It hides almost everything.
I had the screws.
Not
we-
over here.
Did we put them inside? Did I put them inside of the bag? Bag,
Big.
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 I wonder if I put them in here, actually. I think they're in here. Because I put all those other screws in, and I was like, oh, I need all these screws. They're gonna be different than these.
Someone said it's not hooked in all the way. You mean this?
No, we will, yeah, we'll get it in. We'll get it, when we screw it in, it'll actually go in. Okay, so here's
Oh,
this
this
one.
screw. Oh, I see it. Yeah, it does.
So you can go ahead and screw that in right there, and then when we screw it in, it'll hook it in all the way.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to get me one of these like sets.
These iFixits are
It's
amazing.
nice.
Yeah. Okay, next one is going to be up here. Oh, let me find our little. There it is.
All right. You almost forgot.
Yeah, I don't want
The
to.
RGB.
You'd be like, "It's not working. You're fired."
Returning this.
Okay. Okay, this one.
It's a must.
Okay, so now the problem is this. I want to. It is just going to kind of be off the side here because of this USB-C. So it's like compressing against it. It's not a big deal. It's just not going to be as straight. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
I wish that cable wasn't as. Oh, sorry. I'm just going to put it on
Oh.
here for some reason.
Thank you.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Let's try one more thing. Go ahead and undo this one.
Okay.
I just want that. I want this. I want to figure this USB-C thing out. I think I might come from the top instead because I don't want to pinch it.
I see.
Trying to make sure your PC
Oi.
doesn't. I want it to be perfect.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Run this. What if we run this?
Is it that you want to hide this, or is it?
I just don't want it. It looks like it's pinching a little bit up at the top. So I didn't. Not that I'm overly worried about it, but I would just if I can make it happen up here and go like this, I think you're going to end up with more room. Nope, not that way. There we go. And that'll come. We'll pull that through here. Okay. Now. See how that fits. Yeah, see far less pressure on it.
That's good. Okay.
There you go. And there we go. See, and then there's no pressure on that.
Yeah, that looks nicer.
Yeah, and then
Looks
it's also
happier.
Yeah, it's not. I'll give it a little bit more room here, so it just stays round. Okay, there you
So
go.
it's not pushing.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's not
got
pushing
it.
on it. Okay.
Thank you for being particular about that. I don't think I would have noticed it.
And the other screw is right there. It does a really good job of actually highlighting the board with how that bar goes across, which is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it does. Well, it hides everything that you don't need to see.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like yeah, what cables? There are no cables.
It's all Bluetooth.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Waiting for that.
Wonder
EVGA.
if that will ever be.
Can we just get all of our stuff via Bluetooth? Thanks, EVGA. That'd be great. Bluetooth power. Bluetooth everything. Okay.
Maybe someday. I can see it being impossible.
I don't know.
Not that I know anything about this, but.
Okay, so there's the second hole. Okay, let me grab the last screw, which I of course have all inside of here. There it is. Oh, that's not it. Last flat screw is in here somewhere.
Bluetooth motherboard.
Okay, here you go.
You'll just have to put it in the vicinity. It'll work. Have you seen, do you know who XQC is? I'm
Yes,
sure.
yes,
You
yes.
seen his PC?
I have not.
It is all the pieces connected, wrapped up in a piece of cardboard.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. That's what he did.
Have you seen his desk?
No.
It's like cups, just cups, McDonald's.
He's just like, I just want to have like the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Okay,
He gets
so
it done.
he gets it done.
PC cardboard, that's where it's at.
Okay, now you guys is where I'm gonna. This will become more of the interview section because now what Robey's got to do is make all of this big mess back here look better, and then
All right.
we will finish our PSU and get the rest of it done. So, and then
I have a question.
what's up?
So me and my husband were talking about this on the car a couple days ago.
On the car, or in the car.
Yeah, on the car. In the car. You think I'd be able to talk better for how much I?
No, trust me.
Yeah,
If
for a
anything,
living,
like I know how sometimes we can be. Like you're just like, yeah, like when I was saying, I don't know what I said, something about farting earlier. But yeah, it's like, trust me, it's like you think we'd be pro at this after a while, but we're definitely not.
No.
So anyway, you were saying.
We were talking about this in the car.
Sure.
The different types of thinkers.
Okay.
Do you think
This is getting super deep already. I don't even know if I'm ready for this.
it's not as deep as it sounds?
Okay.
Are you a visual? Are you a visual thinker, or do you think more in words? Like when you.
I think I'm visual. Like I don't think I think in words. When I really, this is me analyzing it 14 seconds after you ask the question.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think of, when you say think in words, I don't
Yeah.
recall doing that very often.
No.
What about you?
Well, I asked because I noticed you were like, I'm sure, and partially it's probably because we're streaming, but you talk about what you're doing and like verbalize everything,
Yeah.
which I also do, and I'm also a visual thinker, so like I typically need to process stuff like that out loud, but like in your
that's
mind.
a good point. I mean that's how
See
I am.
picture and video almost like a cinema.
I think the other reason is that one of the things is like you talked about a little bit of why I do that, and I think you hit on this with when you talked about being a streamer, is that it's also so when as I talk about things as I'm doing it, it helps the audience understand what I'm doing.
Right.
My streaming or doing stuff like this, I think people feel more engaged when they understand what's going on. You're like, oh, we're doing this, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of times that's why I'll do that more than this. But I'm also one of those people who, like, say for instance, I'm about to have an argument with a person, or that I'll practice it and go through it, or like, all that
Totally.
stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna practice this and make sure that I'm absolutely right. You know what I mean?
Do you rehearse your phone calls?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I know, especially if I have something important to say, like I got everything down to the script. I know what pauses I'm gonna take.
The sad thing is like most of the time, then my calls never go that way. They all like, it's like, oh well, I practiced this for no reason because nothing that I expected to actually have happen actually ended up happening.
Why did you say that?
Why
Does
did
it go
you-
according to the script?
Do you understand what the rules are here? Are you even following what we need you to do?
Please, did you not get the script I
Yeah.
forwarded 30 minutes ago
That'd be
about
pretty
this
funny.
conversation?
I wish it could work that way. It's like, could you please just read your part? If you could,
Please.
that would be amazing. 'Cause
No,
that
it's
would
not
just-
the time for improv.
Yeah, I need you to understand that this is more important for me than it is for you. That'd be pretty awesome. But yeah, I'm definitely one of those things. I don't know if I know enough about visual, like I don't know enough about visual thinkers. I know as somebody from marketing and stuff like that, I know psychology ends up playing a large part of some of that stuff. So I just don't feel like I'm educated enough to make.
Well, one way to most people test for it is if I say picture an apple, how much detail do you see on that apple? Like, I guess like rendering. Like, do you see?
I see a full apple.
Okay, see a full apple. Do you see like specs? Do you like? Can you see
Yeah.
the detail instantly of the apple?
Yeah, it's like I drew a full. I drew
You
a
drew the
full,
picture
I drew a
instantly.
full RTX apple on my head.
Yeah. So
In my head, full ray tracing. Like this is RTX on. Like if it's like a 3080 Ti, Apple is in my head right now.
Yeah.
And then like there's like a schooner right now, and
Yeah.
then they're riding on the schooner.
Yeah. Okay. So you got it all together. So yeah. So then that would make you a visual thinker.
Guys, we're psychoanalyzing. If you guys want to send us a PayPal, we'll psychoanalyze you right now.
God rays on the apple.
Yeah.
RTX.
Yeah, it's like straight up RTX on. Yeah, it's ready to go. Right, like this is like the most beautiful apple you've ever seen that's in my head right now. You guys would be so jealous of how awesome this apple is that I have in my head.
Yeah. Yeah. So people who typically who think in words have like a voice in their head,
Oh,
which
isn't that called possession?
isn't that a more serious problem? They have someone talking to them.
They have somebody
like,
talking to them.
Like
It's
the
like-
Green Goblin.
Yeah. It's like, I like the green. Wow, nice Spider-Man reference. I liked it.
Yeah. But I don't know. When I have to process something, I usually process verbally, so I talk to myself a lot.
Oh, I do too.
Proudly.
No,
I talk to myself a lot.
you probably talk to yourself?
Proudly.
Oh, I thought
proudly.
you said proudly. I thought you said probably.
Probably.
I probably talk to myself a lot. It's like, wait, you don't know if
Probably.
you do? Man, you know.
I don't know. Sometimes the goblin takes over and I can't.
You're like,
I don't
sometimes
remember.
sometimes I black out and I'm just sitting somewhere and things have happened, but we don't talk about that drama.
I don't remember how I got here, to be honest. So
You're like, wait, what day is it? How are you in terms of you? Like you talked about a little bit earlier, though. You're not. You consider yourself a very organized person?
no, that is hilarious. No, I am very disorganized. I like the idea of being organized. So like, I have little parts of my life that are organized. So, like I have a very detailed planner, and I can be dedicated to that planner. But I'm just like just remembering what my stream room looks like right now when I left, and yeah, no, I can't in any honesty say I'm an organized person.
That's funny.
So like this, I don't know. Good example is I would not do this.
Yeah.
I would slam the case on.
And you'd be like, it's
and call
on.
it good.
It's powered.
It's good. You can't see it. Doesn't make a difference.
You're like, it's good. And then meanwhile, Robeytech's like, whoa.
It's not good.
It's
yeah,
not good.
It's not good. Must
Well,
be perfect.
I'm almost done here because by the time when I'm done, it's like it actually ends up looking well. The main reason that you do this a lot of times is so if something's wrong, like you know where things are grouped up. So if you need to solve something, it ends up being a little bit easier.
I'm scared of the zip ties though, because like you have to cut that and
Yeah, you need to get these. These are your friend because they just make it really easy to get in there and just be like, oh, I just need that one. And then I can just like I don't need this one right now, and then you're just like, oh, see, makes it really easy.
Yeah, I have moments of organization, but in general, I would say my default is disorganization.
Disorganization. When you go to so let's say for instance you go to a hotel, and are you one of those people who lives out of their bag, or do you unpack?
No, I unpack. So I don't know if I even have a real answer, but no, I unpack immediately. I put everything in the.
That's the same thing. It's like, and it drives my family nuts.
Why? Why would I want to live in a suitcase when it's going to take me 5 minutes to have everything like living? I can
unpack,
live here.
like it looks like it's like I live there.
Yeah.
So.
But like I don't know, my closet. I'll go in and organize very carefully for like a day, but then it's just I feel like
gone.
I'm fighting myself to keep it nice.
Because you're like I'm now in a hurry.
Yeah. When it comes down to getting ready, then we'll see. When organization takes a lot of work, then I'm not organized.
Where do you think as a streamer it's important to be organized though? There are things that are always important to have organized, right? Like, no?
Yeah. I think like a schedule. Like my schedule has gotten more busy as I've grown as a streamer because I have like sponsor schedules to keep up with and events. So I think just organization in just knowing what's happening in the week, but also organization for the day itself. Like, I could never subject myself to like a rigid schedule every day. Like, I wake up at this time exactly and I work out and blah, blah, blah. But I can have a set amount of things I do, like a checklist. I do this before I start the rest of my day.
Right.
So I have some semblance of structure that helps. So I think time management is probably
Big one.
Probably a big one. Yeah, what do you think? If you're a naturally organized person.
It's funny. I think I am, right? Well, I was a producer, so yes, I think I definitely.
Yeah.
As somebody who did yes.
You're
I mean, for
directing
me,
others.
I think it's like we've gotten to the point where we have a team of people. So I have 8 people who work for me, right? And so organization, like the moment that you have to communicate with people outside, like especially as a team, then it becomes super organized, right? And so like just communication and all that sort of stuff, right? So as we've grown, like that's been the big thing for us. But I mean, the other thing too is like it's I think specifically the biggest one that I saw when I was streaming, game streaming, was the sponsor stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because they have they want to know that their stuff is, their boxes are ticked and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And so,
yeah.
especially if you're new, right? Like, and you really want to get more sponsors, because you know as well as I do, that universe actually ends up being pretty small. They end up all talking to each other, or they're like, oh, I worked with, this
Yeah.
person or this person,
Yeah.
right? So, yeah, I think that's one. But and how you don't keep a rigid schedule, but how organized are you in terms of always being on at the same time and all that sort of stuff?
My stream schedule is pretty flexible, so, and by that I mean I don't really have a stream schedule, but I do think it's really important to be on time, at least
If
when there's
you are.
others involved. Like if I'm doing a sponsored stream, like I need to be on time, if not early. So to the extent of like respecting other people's time, I think it's really important. And like, yeah, I mean, obviously I want, once a sponsor has worked with me, I want them to have had a good experience, obviously.
Right.
So that's where I take it very seriously.
So that is, I mean, this is about like, again, we're with I would actually have a tendency to do more, but the big thing for this is just with how this whole thing is, with how the motherboard is. Like a lot of where I'm cable managing would actually usually get done down here. So it's a little bit of a different build. So it actually is still very clean in terms of using the cable, stuff like that, but not kind of typically what I do. And then this, I'm not a huge fan of, but again, because we have all of these cables coming off of here and we don't have the EPS like we normally do here, I just figured I'm gonna go ahead and run this stuff down here because I don't want to compress these cables. But again,
Right.
still looks very clean from it in terms of an organization standpoint. So I think we're pretty good there. So I guess what this means is, let's put in our GPU. Because now, that's all we have. GPU, most of our power cables are actually, most of the power cables are actually already run. So there's actually not a ton left to do. You're actually super
We're almost
close.
done.
So I appreciate you allowing me to cable manage your
Oh, no, thank you
PC.
for doing it, because it
Because
would have never gotten done otherwise.
Okay, so go ahead and grab your GPU.
What a beautiful piece of hardware.
You're super excited, right? Because you're running a 2060 right now, right?
Yeah.
This is like a little bit of a jump.
It's a bit of a jump.
It's a little bit of a jump.
of an upgrade.
A little bit of a jump.
I still don't know how you got your hands on this, but
Well, you know what?
it's here.
I know
We're
this
here.
guy. He's sitting right over there, and he said, you know what? She seems kind of cool. And I was like, well, okay.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the PC. Thank you for the
My
awesome stuff.
3080.
Yeah. Okay, so you have the here, let's give you this. Let's not rip the, oh, is it already open?
Oh, there was
Oh,
a.
there's, oh yeah. You
There's
got it.
like little tape.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, don't.
She's really excited, guys. Really excited.
I'm a bit excited.
People are like, 3080?
3080.
It's not 3080, it's 3080 Ti.
TI.
Yeah. How you feeling? This is exciting for you, huh?
Feel good.
This is the big moment. I'm gonna let you do all of this part, because like most of the rest of it, like we kind of did, but like, I mean, you did most of this, but I mean, like the cable management and like getting it to this point was a little complicated. But it, dude, right? Look at the top view of this build, guys. It looks so good right now. Look at that. Look at how it just, that dark pin, like the dark king pin is all like, it looks
it's
really, it's
beautiful.
very industrial.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
like arcane.
it feels like Cyberpunk 2077, and then that little that's Hal right there. Hey. That's what it said.
Hey.
Have you seen Hal? Have you ever seen?
No.
Never mind. That joke
Sorry.
is not. That joke is not.
Lost reference.
Yeah. Hi, Dish.
I'm sorry.
Wait, you're not gonna kill me, are you, Dish? That's from the movie. Yeah. Everybody's like laugh out loud. Some people got it. Oh, you just don't. Just take this out. You don't need to take
I
the whole
was
thing.
trying. I couldn't get it out. I'm so scared.
Use
I
your
don't want to hurt
muscles.
it. I don't want to hurt it.
Yeah, there it is. I'm sorry, Dish. I can't do that. So people do get the joke.
Others get the joke.
Yes.
Thank goodness.
She's like, whatever.
Attention, electrostatic sensitive area.
Oh, I've never seen that before. Is that new to this?
Do not enter
I'm just
without
kidding, it's fine.
proper
No, it's on every one of them. I just wanted to see what you did.
Electrostatic safety equipment.
Yeah, it just means that you should. Actually, what we should do is we should go rub our shoes on all the carpet and then
And then touch it.
touch it. That's all that means. Okay, peels. Here, why don't you come over here and do the peels, because then they get a great camera view of the
Okay,
peels. This is
okay.
like a big peel too.
This is like one, looks like one big peel.
It's like one, yeah, it's like, you know, you had the worst
Mega
sunburn
peel.
ever, and you're just, all the
paying
skin's
the
coming off in a
price.
giant sheet.
Wear sunscreen, kids.
That's what we're doing. If we can save the world from two things, drinking milk and wearing sunscreen, we have accomplished everything, haven't we, Dish? Look at that.
Didn't quite come off in one.
Yeah, it gets kind of stuck there.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this has
get
got
the
a
top
giant
one.
RGB bar, by the way.
That's what I like to hear. RGB. Oh. Oh, looks
You-
like there's
you
some
can take that-
plastic that goes underneath.
Yeah,
this
you just
part.
kind of pull it under, pull it out.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
Just like that. Perfect.
Top.
Okay, there's that one. Yep, that long. This one's like the worst.
Sticky.
Yeah, it's like really sticky. It's like the same stuff I think they put on NAND lights to hold them on the wall. There you go.
Okay, and there's a little one right here.
Oh yeah, that's gonna, you know, if you pull it, it'll be okay. It'll actually go, oh no, they got, oh, this one doesn't have the thing. Oh, cool.
This is a pull
Oh, it doesn't,
tab?
yeah, you can pull it off. Yeah. They don't have the little plastic things in it. Okay, and then you have this, and that.
Oh gosh, okay.
There's more
Baby
peeling.
peels.
Guys, this is like over 3 hours of just peeling. Mm-hmm. Non-stop peels for your viewing pleasure.
I will do the peeling, you can do the building.
James Hayes was saying, hey, I can't think GPU brace. All in all, actually some cases do a really good job, but yes, in some cases you may have to use a GPU bracket. Because it is a thick boy, triple C thick for sure.
So shiny.
People are really enjoying this. You're indulging their every moment right here.
I am glad to do it, even though the sun's taking me some time. Come on. Don't have these nails for no reason.
There we go. Next one.
Hey. Can you guys hear it?
What's a good price? X570. Okay, we're not answering those kind of questions right now. Good now. If you want to ask in Discord, we can get that stuff for sure.
Last one
Last one.
of the fan ones.
Everybody's really excited.
You guys be able to see it. Oh,
Okay, now, no, you have one more.
this one, right?
Yeah, in the middle,
label.
yeah, the logo.
The
Yeah,
big
label.
one.
This unlocks the true potential of your graphics card. Every person who peels this, actually, it makes them more attractive to anybody they want to be more attractive to.
Wow, take notes, guys.
Look at that. Look, it's like a mirror. It's all about being vain.
I can see myself. I can see my future.
What does it say?
It says stop playing Genshin Impact. It says
Oh, there's one more. It's a secret one. It's right here.
Easter egg? Oh wait, this tiny thing?
Yeah. Jacob just wanted to make sure
That's right.
I knew. That was a test. He was like, Robey actually knew it, but yeah.
Be very careful. Dang, I wonder how many people have this in their
Oh,
PC
so many.
and
So how many
don't
people, what
have
do you
the
think?
sticker
If you were
peeled.
going to guess percentage, Jacob, of how many people actually have that sticker still on their GPU?
Probably 50%.
50%.
You don't have to remove it, but it's shinier.
Yeah, it is. That's
been
right. We want the
done.
shiny.
It's been done.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, I think so.
You got all those peels, got all that dead skin.
Bleh.
Best visualization ever. It's like one of those moments where people are like, I want to enjoy this, but your illustration is making that not easy. Okay, so go ahead and set the I know you're really excited about the card. You can set it down.
Okay, I'm
You're
just
like,
looking at it.
I need this card.
Every peel is an extra 10 FPS.
That's right. You unlocked all the FPS. You got maximum FPS. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna have you do, I'm putting this box away, is you're gonna undo that and that screw and remove the little,
These two.
nope, those two, yep.
These two.
Those two, perfect.
Okay.
It's funny, like one of the two things that I ship with every PC commission that we do is we ship the motherboard box, which has like all the extra stuff in it, and then you ship the GPU box because everybody wants to keep the GPU box.
Oh my gosh.
Because they're like, oh, it shows what so many streams that I've gone in and like of people who've actually had me build builds and like the GPU box is like sitting there. So
Oh
they're
my
like,
gosh,
here's
so you
what's
keep the
inside my
box.
machine.
Let me flex on you, everybody,
Yep.
really quick.
And then these two.
The question is, what is Dish gonna do? She's like, I'm throwing it away. It's like, I'm already not organized enough.
I'll put it in my,
I don't need no boxes.
Yeah, I don't have space for more boxes, to be honest.
Okay, so what you're gonna do here is you're going to take the GPU and it's going to go into this slot right here.
Okay, is it going fans down?
Yes, fans down.
Okay.
Not that you guys are fans down, just the card. So if you guys want to go fans down, let us know. Send us pictures. We'd like to see what that looks like.
Oof, okay. Is it?
Now, getting another one of these would be really hard, so just be
So
careful.
don't break it.
You got to go over this little slot over there. There we go.
Oh, okay.
And you're not going to mess this up. I'm not worried about it. I'm just having some fun. Just poking some fun at you.
What if I do mess it up?
Well,
Okay,
then luckily
is
we got
it-
the guy who's got all the cards right there.
Is it? It doesn't look like it's quite in.
Correctly, because
You wanna
this
take a look?
is these ports are not accessible.
Oh yeah, because it's not plugged in all the way. You have to push it in. This is always the fun part with us being not the tallest people.
I'm doing my best.
Oh, whoa, that is actually hitting. No, it's actually the USB-C is hitting it.
No way.
Yeah, it is.
This USB-C is causing so many problems.
Okay, we can probably put it in afterwards. So I'm going to disconnect it.
Okay.
We're going to put in our card. There we
Oh,
go.
okay, that looks right.
Hey, there we
There
go.
we go. And then I'm going to try this again. You can't use, you're not using USB-C. No
No
USB-C.
USB-C allowed.
Sorry, guys. After all that work to get it in, it's just that much to.
Oh man.
There actually, so what I'll probably end up sending you is there is little adapters that'll allow you to run that as smaller. So if you
So
want
what
to,
is this? What is this?
So you can't use the front panel. This one. So there's
Oh,
a USB-C up
really?
here. Yeah.
Oh, it's just the USB-C that can't
Yeah.
be used. I can use the other ones.
You can use all the other ones, and the one there's
Okay.
a USB-C in the back too.
Okay, that'll be fine for now.
Do you want to cry? Do you want to take a moment? Okay, guys, hold on. Everybody, can we get a press
Silence.
F? Can we get an F in the chat? F in the chat. Play respects to the USB-C.
My USB-C. This looks like a cover, like the front of like a vintage car.
It is actually. I mean, okay. So I'll let you screw that back in.
Thank you.
I don't know how you would use that. I mean, that's like we got to figure that out. After all that, after all that work for the USB-C.
I know, it caused so many problems. Thanks for the
Thanks
Fs,
for all the Fs, guys. There's a lot of Fs. I appreciate it.
Feel very respected. Is there room for a 90?
No. There's I think what we'd have to, there's actually these things, what there are is there's thinner connectors that don't have the sidewalls that go in there that would be absolutely fine. It's actually, people are saying it's the EVGA, it's not, it's actually the case has a really, really fat connector, and that fat connector is running up. There's smaller, thinner ones that would not have this issue, guys. So it's just one of those things that would, and it's,
I mean,
and
this graphics card is a monster.
yeah.
It's so big.
It's actually, oh man, I just realized we're gonna have to take the graphics card out.
Oh.
Because in order to get this out, we have to get this out. In order to get this out, we gotta take this out. And in order to get this out, we gotta take this out.
Now I am gonna cry.
Don't cry.
Okay, it's all part of the process.
Yeah, so we're gonna hide the USB-C. Yeah, sorry guys. Every once in a while, this is always the fun thing where it's just like, it's funny because we looked at it even before and it looked like it was gonna be fine, but it just is just that much too thick boy.
So what is this? What are we doing right now?
So we have to remove this, and then in order to take this out, to then take this out. See how this is trapped between these two?
Yes.
So we have to get this, in order to remove, unless you just want this cable sitting out here. Don't pull out. Here, let me show you what to do.
Oh.
So this is, it's a little bit, they protect themselves.
All for cable management.
It's not for cable management, guys. It's because, well, yeah, I guess it is, because we have one
It
cable
is.
that you want to keep. Do you want to just keep that cable in there? That'd be weird.
No, I can't have that.
Okay, so we're just pushing the release.
Oh, there's a release button.
Yeah, and it's like way back there, so you gotta be kind of careful. There you go. Okay.
They keep making motherboards smaller and smaller, and GPUs bigger and bigger. Thankfully, at least we have a pretty big motherboard
We actually have
here,
both big. We have big Mobo and big.
and big case.
And
Just
big
big
case.
everything.
Do you have the? Okay, you want
I
to
have
take
the
a.
screws right here.
No, the screws for the. You're gonna use a big screwdriver.
Oh, right,
to remove our
right.
little-
The white strip.
It's going back on. Don't worry.
My
Don't-
white strip.
don't panic.
My FPS.
Your FPS will come back.
RGB.
I'll get out of your way.
Thank you.
Then we have the back one. But I might be able to do it without actually having to remove the back one. Let's see.
Okay.
You got it?
Got it.
There we go. Yeah. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna pull it. I didn't have to remove the back one. Look at that.
Nice. Okay, so that's to pull it back through here.
Yeah. So it's not. Okay. Now we can put it back
that's
in.
trouble for a little USB-C. I don't
It's like
actually
notorious
know
for
what
you.
a USB-C would be used for.
Well,
I've
it's
never- I haven't
actually
had
a
that.
faster connection.
Oh.
But it's most, like the thing is most people will run off the back. But you do have the option. Like I said, I can send you a cable that you can do later if you want to, like if you really want to use it. But like it's a lot of Android phones, there's actually quite a few things that now use USB-C.
Interesting. Okay. That's in
I just
there.
wanted to test your skills. This is all part of the quiz at the very end.
There's a
Okay,
quiz?
now remove the white bar again. Okay, now we'll put this back in. You want to do it this time?
Yes, I would
Okay.
like to do it.
It should go in just fine.
Okay.
Now that we have the offending cable moved.
Okay, so this goes here.
Yep, just lines right up and it should just pop right in.
I'm so nervous. I'm nervous.
You're doing great.
What if it's not right?
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, and then you feel it, like it'll feel good. Now if you hear a snap, that's not a good sound,
No,
but
that doesn't
anything
feel
else is
right.
fine.
okay. I can do this.
I believe in you. Oh,
I got it.
there we go.
Okay.
Okay, now you got your screws.
Got my screws.
Okay, we're right back to where we were, guys. We're gonna grab.
It's such an expensive piece of hardware. I don't want to mess it up. Whoa. 12-hour PC build. So what happened there? Did something go?
Oh, we did custom water cooling. So we actually bent all the pipes and all that stuff all on stream. It took a long time, but
This
it
sounds
came
horrible.
It came out awesome. Believe it or not, there's a video releasing on it on YouTube here pretty quick. But I literally was like, there were points where I wanted to quit. I was like, I am so done.
Is it?
Okay, everybody calm
Come
down.
back.
Calm down. She's
Got it.
getting a little out of control
I got it,
over
I got
here. Oh my, she's getting a little out of control. Just throwing around
keep dropping it.
throwing around parts. Calm down.
It's stupid.
Come on, Dish, it's fine.
I just need to put it in there.
Man.
Losing my marbles and my screws.
Your build is so close. Look at it. Once this is in, the whole front is finished.
No way.
Yeah.
Woo.
We're gonna put in these last power cables, and then that's it.
Guess you could say you got a screw loose. It's a good one, Rex.
Okay, so we're gonna bring up code 8,
Good one.
which our team doesn't know how to pronounce.
Fue Coco?
Do you know what that is?
No. It's a mystery to us both. Do you guys know what that means? Oh, it's a Pokemon.
Who's that Pokemon? Fue Coco.
You know what? Now that I've had this answered for me, I know. It's the new fire starter. Oh, all right.
It's a fire starter.
It's a new Pokemon.
Okay, but you did
It
not
looks
know
like
that?
a little apple. Yeah,
Oh.
like an apple dinosaur. It's pretty cute.
When you see it in your head, is it fully RTX?
Yeah, ray tracing, all of it.
All of it. It's ready to go.
It's baby.
Okay, here we go. We're going to get all of this in now. Or you get it all screwed in?
It wasn't quite tight
It's
enough.
so thick. So thick.
thick. This whole thing is thick.
Triple C thick. Okay, so now it's cable comb time. Cable combs.
Well, these are pretty. These are
Yep.
pretty cords.
That's what we're putting on here. We got to make everything
Nice.
look good. This adds,
Obviously.
everything adds frames.
Yes.
Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. I'm gonna let you do the rest of this because this is literally the worst part of the build.
Woo!
Your favorite.
It's a rite of passage.
Yeah, it is. It is. That and the front panel connector, but NZXT made that easy. Okay, so what you do is you're basically gonna stick these. So I'll get the first one in, but these just go individually onto each little cable, like
wow.
that. Okay, there's that one.
Huh.
And we're gonna do it one more time. And this is where just doing a Robeytech build is where you get the joy. It's like all the stuff, like when we get done and everybody's like, those, like all of our basically our thirst Instagram pictures of builds are all because of stuff like this. We've got to make sure it looks good when you show it on stream, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like you're gonna have a PC camera.
Yeah. A lot of people have pet cameras. I'm just gonna have.
You're gonna have a PC
Just the
camera,
PC.
and it just says underneath it, "I built this." Okay,
But-
so you're gonna put those two underneath it. So it's just that one's gonna go there, and then another one down below.
Oh gosh. Okay. So everything.
It's craft time. Everybody say craft time.
Craft
It's craft time.
Oh my goodness. So 2 each.
Yeah, you just basically want to pop in there. Craft time, everybody. Everybody, craft time. Who's having craft time? If you are doing crafts with us, send them to us
Let
on
us
Twitter
know.
and Instagram. We'd love to see your
time.
craft time. I'd like to see you, like what craft you're working on while we're doing this.
What craft are you working
what
on
craft
today?
Are you working on today? Craft time besties.
I have a lot of artists in my community, so they probably do have some crafters.
And then they're like, all that. It's like, yeah, we're like, we got 3 cable combs on. They're like, oh yeah, I made this lifetime rate, or life scale rate, what am I saying?
I don't know.
This replica of the Eiffel Tower, or like,
Life
hey, I
size?
did, yeah, life size. Thank you very much.
Life-size replica of the Eiffel Tower.
You remember how
Yep.
we were saying that we were so good at talking?
Yeah.
It's
true.
I did Van Gogh's Starry Night
Oh man.
using nothing but, I'm doing blankets. I like that. These are not cable mod. These are Asia Horse.
Probably not going about this the right way, but whatever. It's getting
It's
getting
unique.
its done.
It's unique to you.
Yes.
Craft time. See, a lot of people are spending pennies.
Oh yeah, pennies is like the virtual currency,
There you go. Here's your next one.
which doesn't use for anything. Yeah, right. Pennies don't have any uses. They're just for like gambling. That's it. It's just for flexing how many pennies you have.
I have mad pennies. That's my channel points right now. But our channel
Let's
points
go.
are about to be used.
Oh.
Yeah, because we give away PCs and stuff like that too all the time. So now people can use
Oh.
channel points. Actually, it was EVGA's idea for doing that stuff.
Oh,
I was
that's
like, oh, cool,
cool.
yeah. It's like they actually innovate and stuff. What the heck?
One of these days, I'm gonna make pennies valuable, and then like the inflation on my currency is
There's actually
gonna
going
go
to be
way up.
like you're going to be like in the New Yorker, like a whole thing about your like. There's a whole economy paper.
Like
about,
you could actually purchase real items with pennies.
her
but
next
not
her next
real
merch drop
pennies.
only bought with pennies.
Twitch pennies.
Twitch pennies. Yeah.
The inflation rate is gonna, or no, it would be deflation, because it would suddenly become valuable.
Yeah. It'll actually. You can actually only. The good thing is that you can actually trade in her pennies for gallons of gas.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, cool. So there is this. Now what you're going to do, this is always fun, but it looks really good when it's done,
It looks so pretty.
is you're going to plug these into here.
Oh gosh. Okay. Okay.
Now they have to go into a certain, like this has to, yeah, that like just like that. So the small one has to go in before.
Oh,
I
okay.
think. Hold on, let me actually one second. Sorry. I don't want to steer you wrong. Yeah, the small one has to go in before. See how there's a little lip? So the small one has to go in before the big
And
one.
then the
Yep.
big ones hook
Yep.
in. Okay.
But you can like it's like I have a tendency to just get them all connected together, but it's always interesting. Luckily, there's
Interesting.
there you go.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yep, just like that.
So now we just have the what is
PSU, that's it.
The power supply.
Yeah. So there we go. Now what we're gonna do. So there's a little hole right here.
Oh, I see it.
And this goes like that. Give it a little bit of
It's
loose.
beautiful. Wonder if there are white cones
There are.
to really complete the, if you really want to go crazy with
actually,
it.
so we had the choice. We had clear. They actually do have white and white ones. But given
Oh.
how much black you have, I thought the black would
Oh,
kind of
like an accent color.
Yeah, like an
Okay,
accent
okay.
color, right? So, but again, if you
I
want
see
us to
what you're
take
doing.
them out and put them all in and do all white,
No, I'm good with the black. Never mind. Black is perfect. Black is perfect.
Okay, cool. Let's flip it over. So guys, this is the build done from the front. Like this is what the build will look like when it is finished.
Wow.
So yeah, it is essentially done at this point in time. We're just gonna hook up the power supply, which will not take very long because we've actually got most of the cables already routed for it.
And then we're done.
And then we're done. I'm just gonna put this, get this kind of under control. Oh, that's what I was hitting. I was like, what am I hitting? Oh, that. Okay, so we are gonna zip tie these together so they stay.
Interesting. So these all hook into the power supply.
Yep, all this stuff is.
Wow.
I always wait for the. So people ask, they're like, why don't you do your power supply first? And one of the reasons I don't do that is because power supplies are very heavy. So you see how much we flip over the case a
Oh,
bunch.
yeah.
Some people, I have seen people route the cables beforehand. That's fine if you want to do that. I have a tendency to just I like the case to be light so I can move it back and forth easily. Okay, and then we're gonna take this little bad boy, a little sad. This thing has been a lot of drama. It's been so much
It's the
drama.
problem child of all the cords.
Yeah,
Sorry, you're not getting used today.
there we go. Okay, so you're out of the way. So let's grab our power supply, which is already ready to go.
All right.
It's right over here.
Where is it?
It's name that Pokemon, Supernova.
Sheesh. Wow.
Okay, so if you want to hand me,
Oh, that is heavy.
yeah, you want to hand me that and the bag, little extras.
Okay.
There's your power cable.
Power
It's
cable.
probably pretty important. You want to keep this?
Yeah,
or-
I think
Also,
okay
make sure
without
that
it.
you switch. So understand your other PSU. Make sure you switch to that cable. A lot of people don't, but that's a higher gauge cable, given
Okay.
you have a higher end PSU.
Okay,
Some people don't
don't
know
use-
that you actually have to do that switch.
That
Okay,
makes
so now
sense.
here's the thing that people love, our community loves, and you're going to enjoy, is you take it out and then you give it a solid sniff.
For why?
Just because it's just the smell in the PSU.
Smelling the
Yes,
PSU.
everybody knows smelling the PSU.
Is it supposed to smell like something?
It depends.
This is like a palate trainer
Yeah.
thing. Ugh, wow, that
And they
smells.
have different so we're working on we are working with Yankee Candle to make a new PSU smell candle.
Oh, great.
I don't think anybody would buy it, but
Scented
don't
PC.
lick it. Don't lick it. People are like lick it. Yeah. That one's not as bad. That
wish
one's not as
I
bad.
would.
There are some that just they'll knock you out, like straight up. Okay, we'll need that. Let me see. Is there another box?
It's
Is there
pretty
another
strong. I
bag
mean,
in there?
there's a scent.
Is there another bag in there?
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Tiny
That's got
one.
the screws.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, kind of neat. I was like, there's something
Seems
missing here. Something we need. Just saying. Okay, so there's that. There's that one. Wow, they actually gave us. Oh no, it's never. Keep hoping. Keep
Hoping for.
that one day EVGA will give us 3 separate VGA without a split. He's nodding. He's nodding. He's like with all of those things going on there. Okay, and then we'll need this. We might need 2 of these because of how high that one is that runs up there. So we might need 2 of these. That's going to be kind of a weird cable to run, but outside of that, we have one for our PSU, and there we go. Okay, so here's all the cables we need, which is pretty much all of them except for Molex. Ew, hate Molex.
All my homies hate Molex.
Everybody hates Molex. It makes Molex sad, but I don't care. Okay, so
Someone's saying don't take the PCU apart.
the
Why is-
PSU.
Yeah, the PSU.
Yeah, don't take. Well, I mean, there's capacitors. You can actually really hurt yourself, especially when they become charged. I mean, we're not going to take the PSU. I don't know why we would take the PSU apart, but
There was
not the
someone
plan.
warning for it, so I
Yeah.
thought maybe.
Somebody's like, don't take the PSU apart. We weren't. But now that you've said something, we are. Oh, I'm just kidding.
Molex needs to stay in the past where it belongs. Molex, more like Nolex.
People people are very passionate about the no Molex, but it's
Is
big
it old tech or?
It's just water cooling. Water coolers, pumps still use it, and so they keeping it. It's literally just the worst connection ever.
Interesting.
Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna use, this is your SATA. Nobody's SATA when you plug this in, so that goes into SATA 1.
SATA 1. Oh.
You actually almost said it like a British accent. It's
SATA 1.
Okay, this is SATA 2.
SATA 2.
Okay, this is gonna go into VGA 1.
Okay. How can you tell?
Magic.
It speaks to you.
Yep, VGA 2.
G2.
Oh, actually, hold on. Actually, there. Take this. VGA 2, and then VGA 3.
Okay. It's not magic. I see the labels. I see the labels. You had me for a second.
Not that I would
It
know
actually-
what I was doing, but
Oh no, it says EVGA. That's actually not VGA level.
That's right here.
Oh yeah, there you go. That is right. I was like, wow, that's cool. That's nice that
You
they
didn't
labeled.
even look.
They
You just
labeled.
knew.
They just knew. I'm glad they labeled them now. Used to not. I'm just kidding, they always have. Okay, what we're gonna do is this is. Can you hand me the super long screw? Actually, never mind. I'll let you do it.
okay.
Take those 4 off.
All right.
Okay. They should stay. They should stay inside.
Oh, okay.
I think they're captive. They should be. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they are.
I see something at the bottom there. So I'm just loosening them.
There you go.
Molex is pretty awful.
Okay, next one. at
Dang,
the
very,
bottom.
very passionate about the no Molex.
No, Molex is not a.
No Molex.
There have been some.
Snopers.
There have been some brands now. It just comes off. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Okay, cool. So
Love
this.
it.
Whoa,
No Molex.
where did it go? I saw
Oh no. Nobody panic. Oh, I see it. No, I see something.
I
That's
don't know
not
what
it.
screw that is. That's from another
Whose
build.
PC is missing?
Whose PC's building is missing that? Okay, so
There's a
somewhere.
bunch of screws down.
Wow, there's a ton of fan screws. Yeah. Oh, here I found it. Okay, good. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. So we're going to. I'm gonna hold this, and then what you're gonna do? I guess these are not captive. They're supposed to be. Okay, there are. Okay. Where's that little bag of screws? There it is. Okay, so you're gonna take that little bag of screws.
Okay.
You see those screw holes?
Yes, sir.
You're gonna screw them into there. And actually don't do them fully tight yet, because sometimes it'll cause the thing to shift. So it's best to kind of get them all started and then put them all in. There you go. That's
Is
good.
that right?
There you go.
It feels kind of funny using this giant screwdriver for this.
Oh, it's completely for our entertainment. It is. I mean, like again, everybody.
Not completely tight. Make sure to have it loose.
Yeah, just have it loose so we can shift this around as
Alright.
it gets on. Because sometimes see how the whole plate will
Get
shift.
this way. Just making sure it will fit. Nice.
There we go. And one more. Uno más.
Uno más.
This is the last screw of the build.
On. You promise?
Yeah.
What
Of
if
the-
What if there's something else?
Well, I
Then
mean,
what?
you have in terms of just putting screws into the thing, that's the last screw. Now you,
Okay.
now you can screw all those in. Like in terms of like putting in components, screw them tight now.
These
Remember you
ones?
Yeah, you didn't tighten them. Yeah. No. Well, there you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Can't believe it. We're almost done. No. Do you have a process for when you start, like you start a PC and it doesn't, like something's wrong?
Yes, it's usually cry.
It's usually what?
Cry.
Crying?
If something's wrong, yeah.
The PC's crying?
No, you said when you start it up and
Yeah.
it doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
Then I cry.
Then you cry.
Then I cry.
Oh.
But then I was like, you
First
seem
you
really confused. I
cry.
was like, this joke is not going well at all. And I completely missed on this joke. Let's just
I
keep.
thought you said it cried.
No, I wish it would cry. That'd be nice. You're like, oh, I now know something's wrong with this
Tell
PC.
me what's wrong.
Because sometimes, like the thing is like sometimes you have problems with PCs. You're like, what the heck is your problem? And it doesn't. There's like no indication. But this one's gonna go. This
Yeah.
one's gonna be pretty painless.
It's gonna work.
The only thing that's not gonna work, USB-C.
Oh, USB-C.
Okay,
We'll
so
figure it out.
This is always the painful one here.
you want me to hold this?
I'm gonna actually have you plug that in. You see these two right here? That one in there? They're gonna go right there. Small one's in there. Perfect.
Gosh, okay. Get in there. Oh, gosh.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, it sounds like it's in. Ooh, I heard a good click.
Good click there,
Next
good
one's gonna
click,
go next
good
to it.
sounds. Okay, can you tilt it up a tiny bit?
I can do this. Does that help?
Yeah, sorry,
You have
guys aren't
smaller
able to
hands,
see.
thank
I do
gosh.
smaller hands. Oh, is that right? Yeah. Okay, click.
Okay, that's good. Okay, now these two right here are gonna go into CPU 1 and CPU 2. And they have a lot of links, so you should be able to just get them.
Doesn't matter which one.
No, they're okay. Yeah, either one is fine. No, yes, there is obviously a process, but it all depends on what the problem is. Like for instance, like if there's no power, the first thing I'll check is to make sure that we plugged in the front panel connectors correctly. That's always, and then, but if there's it really is different per build.
You don't have like a routine of things that you check. Is it more like which is the most accessible?
No, it's usually like what is the symptom? Like whatever the symptom is of what the PC is showing is
Okay,
when I'll
you can
start.
find out through that.
Yeah. Okay, so there you go. I'm gonna get that one in.
This is a really good time for the giant.
If we get one in, then it usually goes from there.
Okay, let me.
You're going
Okay.
the wrong way. There you
Yeah, I needed to straighten it out.
go. Okay.
Okay.
Then
Then,
we can do
hey,
this one.
we're missing this one.
It's right
That's
here.
another
It's right-
screw that has to
No,
go in.
it's-
So you're lucky we didn't have a bed.
Wow, I could have just thrown that screw away, so I could have been right, but I'm glad I didn't.
I think it needs to shift down a tiny bit.
Yeah, let's try this.
He's not quite getting in there. Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Is it not going in?
It's okay. There we go. I got it.
There's that one. And then if you want to tighten them with the screwdriver.
Gladly.
Okay. PSU is installed. Now we just got to hook up the last cables and then do a little bit more cable management and then we'll turn it on, guys. It's super close.
Whoa! Whoa! I can't wait to see it. The world premiere.
World premiere of the new AIO.
It'll be sideways.
It'll be sideways.
Which we know.
Which thank you for reinforcing that. Okay, so we have some cables that we're going to. Okay, so this is our CPU cables and that's our our motherboard cables. So those are fine. We're just going to push those back down there. These are good. Okay, guys, code 9 is coming up. Hopefully, it's something we all know. Salt and pep.
Salt and pep. I mean, I know what salt and pepper is. So, if that's what we're referring to. Salt and pep? Is that a reference? Streamer doesn't know. Oh no. What does that mean? Oh, it's because. Okay, it's because I keep a salt and pepper shaker at my desk.
Oh.
Because sometimes I eat my lunch at my desk before I stream or when I'm working on something.
Okay.
So I keep a little salt and pepper shaker in my drawer.
I like how this is as much of a trip down memory lane for you as it is for everybody else.
I forgot
And
that I shared that with the public on my Twitter.
Okay, so here we go. What we're going to do here is you're going to plug these into here. So this goes into this one will go into this one.
Oh.
Yep. You can grab it. It's.
I feel I was getting mocked for my salt and pepper shaker, but I really feel that it.
If you want
it's
to grab
very
the cables, you can.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's probably easier if you do it. I'm just showing you. Sometimes you do it, and then like I'm trying to push, and you're trying to push, and there's just not enough. Versus like one person, and there's like this really awkward moment where it's like it's never going in.
Somehow I'm still struggling quite a bit.
I heard a click. Did it click? No.
Nope. There's a click.
Okay, there was a click. Okay, solid. There's your next one. Just grab one of the other ones. Total of 3. Lots of power.
Woo! Click.
Okay, that one was good. Okay, cool. And
Nice
then this
and
one
easy.
is going to go right here.
It's almost done. I can't believe it. It's almost done.
Oh, other way. Flip it over.
Okay, yeah, that didn't feel right. Here we go.
You've almost built an entire PC. Wow. It's pretty
Never
crazy.
did I think that I would do that.
Okay.
Click.
Cool. Now I'm going to grab a couple of our things over here. Just get them cleaned up.
She's glorious. What about this? Does this get screwed in?
That's already screwed in. Your little pegs are in that.
Oh,
Remember those pegs
Okay.
that you screwed in way, way long ago? That's what's in there. Do you remember or no? In the
you
hot
know, amongst all the screws, I just some got
You're
lost.
like, I've forgotten about that screw. That particular screw is just a memory I will never have ever again.
It didn't leave an impact on me.
It was a little pegs that we had where they weren't screws, they were pegs, and you screwed them into the motherboard. Around. That's what those are in.
Yeah, I didn't use this one.
No.
That's why. It's because I wasn't using the giant screwdriver.
You're like I like the
It's
giant
good.
screwdriver has all the best moments.
Yes. Wow. Like screwing in the cooler 3 times.
You remember that?
I will always remember that.
You're like, I
think.
remember this cooler that I screwed in 3 times.
I worked for this
I
cooler.
worked for it. It has a special place in my heart. Okay. Just gonna get that right in that little hole right there.
Wow. So is this supposed to be like right here? I guess it'll be pressed down when.
Yep. I mean, what we
When we
could
get
do
the
is
case
do
on.
another one, but yeah, it's still pretty. Okay, so this is the last 2 power cables.
Oh.
This one,
Wow.
see how there's an L? There's an L right there. So that's gonna go right onto there.
Okay. More pins.
Well, it's not actually a pin.
Yeah, it's not so bad. Now you can store all of your
All of my.
pictures.
Oh,
Unless you break that, then you
Unless I
can't store
break
nothing.
it, I feel like it's not right.
all of my memes. Am I missing something?
Should just push
Maybe
on.
I'm not hearing it click, so.
Should just snap on. There's no
You good?
click.
No
Just
click,
push on.
just snap. Okay.
It just pushes on and then not move. There you
Oh,
go.
there we go.
Okay.
Okay.
It's pretty
being
pretty
too
clear.
timid about
It's
it.
pretty clear when it's on. You felt that
Mm.
clarity now on that one.
Don't jinx it. Still needs to boot, yeah. That's the scary part.
It'll be fine.
We're with a professional.
Where?
I don't know, we have a professional here.
Somebody here is a professional. Why isn't he helping build? Or she? Okay, there's that one. Okay, last cable. This one is going to go all the way up to this. Okay, so you're going to plug it's the exact same plug you just plugged in.
Okay.
That's going to go right into that.
Okay.
Oh, there's actually 2.
Like this?
Yep. I lied, there's 2 cables. Take it. It should. I think it's that way. Just want to make sure the L. Yeah, there's an
Oh,
L.
no, I think it is this way.
Okay. Yeah,
I
don't
was
fight
like,
it.
man, I've lost my mojo. I was doing so well. Nice. There we
And
go.
then we have one more. This is going to go down like this, and then that one is going to go into here. So this will be the, and then that one just plugs into that one.
So is your community mostly people who just really enjoy like PCs and tech?
Yeah, and then some people who are lost and don't know why they're.
How did I get
they're
here?
it's almost like they're in the wrong class. Wait, this isn't Econ 201. No, yeah, they're all PC built. I mean, like big PC, and then I have a bunch of Xbox gaming folks, like who also like that's a lot of people who started there and then got into it. I actually have a lot. Actually, I have a pretty diverse community because I don't just do building. I also do gaming. I also custom keyboards as well.
really?
Yeah, so we've done that too.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's actually
That explains the Holy Pandas.
yeah. So yeah, it's actually quite a a nice little crew. Of
That's
people.
cool.
But like, yeah, kind of like yours, right?
Yeah.
And that's why afterwards we're going to be doing a community face-off. It's all going to. No, I'm just kidding. We're not. Okay, I think.
War's breaking out.
War's breaking out. Dish versus Robeytech tonight at the Mega Dome. Okay,
Been
guys.
lost in Robey's channel for 18 months. Oh, that's sweet.
That's always crazy when you see people's 36 month, 24-month subs. You're like, holy moly.
Yeah.
What is wrong
There's
with
some
you?
people who just pop in for that's such always a cool moment when someone pops in for their resub and
Yeah.
you maybe you haven't seen them in a bit, but
Yeah.
they're resubbing for 20 something months. I'm like, man, you're still
here.
You've been subscribed
What is
this whole
wrong
time?
with you? Emotionally, are you okay? Okay. Okay, so let's grab. Now it's time to start putting the case back
Whoa.
together. It's done.
Oh, it's the spiky
We'll do these
cases.
second, but let's go ahead and put this on. This should fit.
Okay.
So you're just gonna slide it down in those little slots, see them? And just close it.
Okay. Oh, I see.
There you go. Then it should just snap. There it goes.
There's that snap.
Okay, let's see what it's hitting something.
Something's too thick.
It's
Might be
this.
that.
Yeah, it's this. And I'm trying to figure out what we're gonna do about that.
Can't flip it, maybe?
I think, actually, hold on. Try that. There we go.
It's good.
Okay.
It's not gonna pop off in the middle of the
Push the
stream.
button.
Oh, wow.
So you can actually put a little.
A launch pad?
No, it's fine. No, it's actually it's on it's
Great.
solid. Yeah. Okay,
Great,
you're good
great,
there.
great. Wow.
Okay. Next up.
It's heavy now, huh?
Yes, it is very heavy. Okay, here you go. Next one. This goes on the top,
Okay.
and it's just gonna line up right there. Nope.
Oh, nope, that's not it.
Yeah, don't shove that in that one.
What the? Okay.
And then it's easy because it lines up. There you go. And then just push it.
Oh,
Slap
that's
it.
the power button.
Use your. There you go.
Hey.
Or be nicer to it. You're too kind. Okay, and then the NZXT goes
That
on the
would've hurt
bottom.
it. This is what I'm scared of. It's a bit of an awkward angle, too.
Okay, one's in. Part's
Okay,
in.
one. There we go.
That sounded quality.
Woo!
That sounded quality.
It's
Okay.
so big.
How does the build look? Does it look good from the front? Oh, I think it looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, let's give it a gander here. Move it over to the front. Let's just fix these one little cables just to make it look nice.
Wow.
There we go. Okay.
So clean.
Okay, well that's it, guys. We're not going to turn it on because why? I'm just kidding. Of course we're not.
Goodbye.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in. It's like the worst. Like people are like, I'm never watching ModMonday again. Okay, so we're gonna just clear out the thing so we get the beautiful view of just the PC.
And the one lone USB-C.
Okay, so we're gonna do code 10, by the way, guys. Code 10. This is gonna be the last code of the night. The last one, and it's. Have you heard of that game?
I think it's some indie game. I don't know. Maybe I'll play it.
I heard it's all about waifus, and there's no story or all. Makes one thing.
Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact.
Good luck, folks.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so we are good. Let's go ahead and grab. There should be a power cable right there. You see it?
This one?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, it's
Okay,
happening.
plug it in right there. Do we want to bring Jacob out so he can be here to see the first
Yeah,
ever
wanna see
turn
it?
on? We should bring Jacob out here.
He's
Okay.
running away.
He's running. He's gonna come here. It's his first ever, the first ever turn on of the CLX 360, the only one in the United States of America, the only one in California. Everybody's like, let's go, Freeman. He's coming on, guys. He's coming on. Okay, so he is through this the whole time. Okay, let's go ahead and flip this switch right here.
Okay. Flipping the switch.
Yep. Okay, now remember, it will be sideways. Okay, now you're gonna hit the power button. Good. Oh, look at that. There it is.
Oh, she's waking up. We just Frankenstein this thing.
We just Frankenstein it? Oh, that EVGA, that thing it's sideways though, Jacob.
Oh, about
the heck?
that, yeah. So you can rotate it with software. So
Yeah.
you
No,
will need to rotate it with software.
There it is, guys. It is. That looks so. Look at that RGB bar. Why don't you go walk around and take a look at it? And then
Yeah,
I'm gonna
looking
grab
at
the
their
I'm
screen.
gonna do the glass, and then you're gonna do the big peel.
Wow.
That's fine. That's normal.
It's beeping. It's beeping. Are you okay?
That's good.
Wow.
That's good. That's a good
That's a
sign.
good sign. Yeah.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
It really is.
You have to do the final part of the build.
Okay. The
Is
glass.
the peel.
Oh, the
there's-
peel.
Yeah, the glass peel. I think we only have one on here. Okay, cool.
They're saying you have to name this PC though.
Yeah, you're
Oh, I have to name it. That's so true.
waifu.
No.
No. Okay,
Okay.
start in the corner. So we'll do a little bit of peel, and then this is how they judge you. Okay, ready?
Hold on. I gotta get a good corner. Gotta make sure I get the whole thing.
Okay, ready?
guys?
Here we go, guys. That is a quality peel.
That's pretty good.
That's a
Yeah.
pretty good peel.
That's much better than most of Robey's peels.
Oh my gosh.
Strong finish.
There it is, guys.
Oh.
A completed, fully finished PC.
Wow.
So what did
it's
you
so
think?
Beautiful.
Now that you've built it, what did you think?
I think that I couldn't have done it without both of your help because listen, you were the voice in my head guiding me as I plugged things that I did not know what they were. So yes, this is incredible. I'm excited for what this will unlock in my whatever might come in the future. So
There we go, guys. Well, unfortunately,
powerful.
that is it, guys. This took way longer just because we ended up with a lot of different kind of little roadblocks as we kind of went through here. So we are going to end it here. But before we do, where do they find you if they want to go and follow you? Because not everybody here is from your channel. We got some folks from EVGA. We got some folks from Robeytech.
That's sweet.
Where do we go? Where do we want to hang out with you?
If you
and support. Do you want and get you sponsored by Milk?
Yes, yeah, sponsored by Milk. If you would like to come hang out with me and my community, you can find me at twitch.tv/Dish. I'm also on YouTube. Just search Dish Genshin and I'll probably pop up. So thank you so much for having me and helping me with this.
Well,
I
you
feel
are
very honored.
welcome. And hopefully, guys, you will enjoy, after this, enjoy a nice cold glass of Jilk afterwards, and we hope that you guys had fun. Anyway, guys, I am Robeytech. Jacob, if they want to watch more on EVGA, I know there's many people here, but if they wanted to do that,
Team EVGA.
that's pretty much it everywhere,
On
right?
everything except
Easy.
TikTok.
Yeah, they're on
We don't
Tinder
have
too,
TikTok.
and they are still looking for a match. If you want to look for EVGA on Tinder, still looking for that potential
looking.
match. Swipe right. That's all we need. Anyway, guys, I am Robeytech. You can find me at Robeytech pretty much everywhere. Guys, this has been absolutely amazing. Dish, Jacob, thank you so much for being here. Intel, huge shout out to you guys as well, and this amazing community of over 3,000 people.
Wow.
I think we ended up at one point in time, guys. So anyway, have an incredible night, and we will see you guys on the next episode coming up very soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.